Salute. What's going on? YouTube was good, man. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I had to get on here early. I mean, later than I posted, man. Got caught up in some stuff, but I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm on, man. So what's good? Salute. So let me get on to this real quick. Let me get on to some of these things real quick. Some of these topics, man. I didn't even share this. I don't even know why. My bad. You share this out, man. Get on here. Yeah, man. I might go on here super early tomorrow, man. Before the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on up in here, y'all, real quick. You know what I'm saying? I probably ain't gonna be too long, but you already know it's gonna be over an hour though. Over an hour for sure. You know what I'm saying? Get on in here, my good peoples, my good peeps. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's the deal? You know what I mean? I'm on here about to spit some fire. You know what I'm saying? Showing y'all the real, the deal. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. There's a lot of crazy madness going on right now, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shenanigans going on right now. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play a couple things, man. We're gonna talk about this damn plane crash. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you already sent it out. Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about this plane crash. You know what I mean? No, let's go into this real quick. Let's get into this. All right, so yeah, man. I talk about Alaska plane crash. There's all these damn plane crashes. Let's talk about this real quick. Excuse me. All right, let's go. So Alaska plane crash, right? Alaska plane crash. Oops. I'm saying kind of interesting. So let me go into this real quick, man. Use fair use. Put my man on it. Fair use. Copyright act.
Actually believe 7 more are in there, but the state of the plane, they cannot confirm that for sure.
Why is it always,
But again,
I told y'all,
priority is
it's always 3. They always throw that number 3 out there. Always 3. Did y'all hear that? All right, hold up.
they cannot confirm that for sure. But again, their priority is, of course, trying to bring closure to the victims' families, and then, of course, figuring out why this happened. Alex.
Well, and Jacqueline, the other thing, we know this is a pretty small community there in Alaska. So, how is that community reacting?
They are in mourning. We saw during the press conferences, there were people on Facebook that were posting how devastated they are. Nome is known as just a very tight-knit community. So we're seeing, communities gathering together, having prayer vigils and what.
Nome, isn't the director of the Department of Homeland Security, isn't her name Kristi Nome? I mean, I don't know, yeah. I don't know. I guess. I guess.
Not just to honor
I guess.
those that knew the people on the plane, and to honor those victims. You have to remember when it's such a small town like that in a small city, everyone knows everyone. And we're seeing this play out across the country with the various aircraft disasters that we've been seeing happen. It's just everyone is being impacted. Alex.
Yeah. All right, let me get another one from another let me see. Fair use.
Now, recovery efforts are still underway, with the priority being victim recovery. Then we will recover the wreckage.
Tonight,
We do
NTSB
have
Chair
a
Jennifer
short
Homedy in
window
Alaska
where we-
investigating the Bering Air Flight 445 plane crash that left all 9 passengers and the sole pilot dead. But there are challenges.
We do have a short window where we have weather, bad weather coming in, some snow. This is on an ice flow, which is moving about 5 miles a day.
The Cessna Grand Caravan took off Thursday afternoon from Unalakleet, heading northwest to Nome.
Bering Air 445, check your altitude immediately.
Just 12 miles offshore, the plane vanished amid freezing temperatures and snow. According to the Nome Fire Department, the pilot told air traffic controllers he intended to enter a holding pattern while
Isn't that the director of the Department of Homeland Security's last name is Nome? I just think that's a coincidence. I don't know, I guess.
waiting for the runway to be cleared. Co-workers Rome Baumgartner and Cameron Hartvigsen were among those on board on a trip to service critical infrastructure. Their organization writing that they made a lasting impact on rural communities across our state. This is the third major aviation disaster in a little over a week. In Washington, 67 were killed when an American Eagle jet and an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided. Days later in Philadelphia, a medevac jet crashed, killing 7. In Alaska, loved ones now waiting for answers in yet another heartbreaking aviation tragedy. Dana Griffin, NBC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
I just think, wow. Not a coincidence. All right, let me go into a little bit of Zach Hubbard real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? See what you got to say, man, because this is kind of, this is a trip. I don't know about all this. It's kind of, all these planes all of a sudden just crashing all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. I'm going to the earthquake. I'm going to all that today, man. There's a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cover right on here. So let's see. All right, man. Gotta get the likes up, share this out to your social media. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Oops. Shit, oh my God.
This is supposed to be a romantic scene. He's playing a love song. Wait, it's a love song he wrote for her? She's ecstatic.
At the beginning of this year, we talked about why plane crashes could be a theme in 2025, knowing the language of gematria. Again, gematria, plane crash equates to 97, and 97 is the 25th prime number. We've seen a lot of that number pairing this year already, including the fires beginning in LA on the 97th day of the mayor's age. Fire equates to 25. We just saw Too Short lose his brother 97 days after the anniversary of his first album, Death, 25. So this 97-25 thing, something to watch for all year. 97 is the 25th prime. It's 2025. And there's been a lot of plane crashes. And as we've been talking about, the plane crashes in recent times, the plane flying into the helicopter in D.C. 2 days later, the plane crashing in Philadelphia. Now here, February 7th, planes crashing in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Alaska. All of these plane crashes are rituals connected to the Super Bowl that will take place this Sunday. And if you've missed the videos on the plane and helicopter and the plane in Philadelphia, watch those videos before you come to any judgment. You will see that we are not incorrect. Now, with regards to what happened on Friday in Sao Paulo, recall that the NFL on Friday, they had their second game of the season. The Eagles defeated the Packers in Sao Paulo. And if you weren't with us on Patreon, you missed out because we had the Packers to lose with exactly 29 points. And I was 1 point off on the Eagles score. I thought the final score was going to be 33-29. Ended up being 34-29 for 63 points, a big number on Fridays, as we'll come to. But realize, this year in the playoffs, the Packers and Eagles met in the wild card round. Eagles won with the symbolic 22 points. Wild card, that is the round known for the 38s in the rigged games. Because yes, the NFL is rigged, just like the news, and you can see through all of it if you learn this code. We've been talking about the wild card in 38 forever. Consider that this crash in Sao Paulo, where the Eagles won to open their season, this crash just happened February 7th, the 38th day of the year. They just had a big win, again, in the battle of the same teams in the wild card. If you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applying. Look how Eagles and crash overlaps perfectly in 3 out of the 4 ciphers. If you missed the video on the Philadelphia crash on the 31st, that crash was on Roosevelt. Roosevelt and Super Bowl are the exact same in all 4 ciphers, and the most simple, Roosevelt and Super Bowl equal 131, like how the crash was on 1/31. And since then, the Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders have brought gifts to that neighborhood to make them feel better about the crash. Again, how would that neighborhood feel if they realized that the ritual was for the rigged NFL season and that all the games were rigged and they were a big energy suck? That's what people need to realize. Anyhow, Eagles in crash 49-22, and when you run it in reverse numerology, 32. Of course, NFL is also 49, so is Super Bowl. Mahomes is on 48 career road wins. The AFC is the designated road team for the Super Bowl. But for all you Eagles faithful, if the Chiefs did lose in the Super Bowl, they'd also get their 22nd postseason loss. Again, they script these games tight. But check this out. From the Sao Paulo game, September 6, 2024, from a Friday, the day that the Eagles beat the Packers, to this crash, exactly 22 weeks on the nose. Exactly 22 weeks. Again, like Eagles and crash. And of course, 22 ended up in the box score in 2 of the Eagles playoff games. It's a number that shows up a lot with the Eagles. With regards to Eagles having the 32 connection, so does Chiefs, so does Kansas City, so does NFL. Brazil does as well. Notice Brazil's also 40, like the Super Bowl's on the 40th day of the year. R.I.P. Jacoby Jones, the New Orleans native who died at 40 just before the season began. He played in the last Super Bowl where the Ravens beat the 49ers, the last Super Bowl in New Orleans, that is, 12 years ago. But notice where plane crash fits in. Plane crash equates to 173 when you run the alphabetic order in reverse, which is the 40th prime number. Again, Brazil 40, airplane 40, all these airplanes crashing.
Thanks.
Now coming back up to the 49 thing, where was the other plane crash on the same day? It was in the 49th state, Alaska. And what year did Alaska become a state? It became a state in 1959. Like we got Super Bowl 59. I'm getting ahead of myself though here. First, let's finish this crash in Sao Paulo. The crash was in the Barra Funda neighborhood of Sao Paulo. Do you see how Barra Funda has 41 like Super Bowl, also like Roosevelt? And remember, it was a Learjet 55 that crashed on Roosevelt. That plane took off for the first time April 19th, 79. It was 41 weeks on the nose from the anniversary of that first flight of the Learjet 55. Keep in mind the Eagles scored 55 in the conference championship. Keep in mind they've allowed 55 points in the playoffs. Keep in mind, Mahomes has a connection to 55. He lost to Super Bowl 55 to Brady. And the other connection is Mahomes is very parallel to Joe Montana, who won his 4th Super Bowl in New Orleans, scoring 55 points over the Broncos. And, of course, Joe Montana is from New Eagle, Pennsylvania, like how that plane crashed into the Black Hawk when Blackhawks are named after war chiefs. That crash of the plane was an American Eagle Airlines.
Facts.
But Barafunda, where this crash happened, 41 like Super Bowl, like Roosevelt. Last year, Mahomes advanced to the Super Bowl with his 41st all-time road win. This year, he got his 41st regular season road win, beating Joe Montana's 49ers 131 days after Montana.
And remember, so check this out. What's the name? So this is the thing. This is another significance with this too. Remember in that first plane crash when they hit the Black Hawk helicopter, Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash, right? 3 days, you know what I'm saying, after Kobe Bryant died. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and he's on his Mahomes is on his way to receive it or to try to get his 3-peat like Kobe Bryant. There's too much symbolism connected to this. And y'all just heard him hit the 3 in the Alaska. What's the name, right? They keep hitting that
Montana's
number,
birthday, 4 months and 9 days as well, and 112 days before the Super Bowl. That's your other Super Bowl number, 112.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Super Bowl equals 131, 41, 112, 49. Chiefs picked up their 112th win versus the NFC, beating the Saints this year, who are hosting the Super Bowl, and they did that 59 days after Mahomes' father's birthday. But notice, Barafunda, again, 41 in the same cipher as Super Bowl, 67 in the same cipher as Kansas City and Super Bowl LIX, which is this year's Super Bowl. If you run it forward, Super Bowl LIX equals 59, like Super Bowl 59. I've never seen that before. Also equals 148 in reverse, like Kansas City. You can see that Barafunda has the 67 and 86 like blood sacrifice. Remember the death of the plane hitting the chopper, 67 people dead. 64 on the plane.
64 on the plane, 3 on the helicopter, right? Didn't they just say 3, that they just took 3 out of the plane? And another one was,
3 on the chopper. Water also equals 67. They're fishing bodies out of the river. And the other Barafunda is 184 like WrestleMania. The reason I bring that up is because the last WrestleMania was WrestleMania 40 like the Super Bowl's on the 40th day of the year, and it was in Philadelphia and Lincoln Financial.
Where did the last plane crash? What was not the last, but the second to last, not this plane crash, but the plane crash before that? Where was that at? Philadelphia, right?
Field where the Eagles play. And remember, the Super Bowl on Lincoln's birthday.
And the first plane crash was in the new capital of the United States.
It was Super Bowl 57, the first Super Bowl between 2 black quarterbacks. It was the same matchup we have for 59. Hurts and Mahomes. Lincoln freed the slaves. Slave equals 59, like Negro, like Blues, like Rasta. But WrestleMania 40 began on April 6, 2024. Notice from that day to this crash, this plane crash, was exactly 307 days later, the 63rd prime, Friday 63. In the game in Sao Paulo earlier this year, the score was 34-29, 63 points.
I am LaShonda Salinas.
And about the crash in Alaska, again, Alaska's the 49th state. Crash 49, NFL 49, Super Bowl 49. Mahomes trying to do Montana history on the 49ers against the Eagles, which equals 49. But New Orleans is 45 forwards, 54 in reverse. Alaska's also 45. Denali's 45. Remember, Donald Trump just came back into office this year and renamed Denali as Mount McKinley. Denali's in Alaska, a.k.a. Mount McKinley now. Remember, 2025 has a square root of 45. We saw that number start off big with New Year's Day. New Orleans equals 45. Cybertruck 45. Azamura 45. Remember the New Orleans mass killing tragedy, the Cybertruck explosion, the Azamura club shot up in Queens, which is Trump's hometown. The truck exploded in front of Trump Tower. New Orleans is named after the trumpeter. Well, it's not named after him, but I mean, if you've ever been to New Orleans, it might as well be named after him. It's his town, Louis Armstrong. A lot of trumpets at New Orleans.
Facts.
But yeah, Denali's also got the 45 connection. 2025 has a square root of 45. Remember, they shifted the Super Bowls and moved New Orleans to hosting in 2025. They got to do everything mathematically correct.
Of course. That's why if y'all think that they do these changes or something like at the last minute or something like that, that's not really what it be. It just be to sync up with the numbers or sync up with the. You see what I'm saying? That's what it makes sense.
Yes,
You better
Alaska,
buy it, right?
the 49th state, established 1959 on January 3rd, meaning it was 65 years old to start the year. It just turned 70 as a state. It being 65 at the start of the year, as the playoffs are getting underway, is interesting because the Chiefs are in their 65th season. Philadelphia equals 65. Philadelphia's date of establishment is October 27th, the day leaving 65 days left in the year. But yeah, that's the fourth plane crash, you guys. The fourth plane crash since the conference championship ended on Kobe Bryant's death anniversary in a helicopter. Then 3 days later, you had the chopper crash with 3 people on it. And Mahomes is trying to be the first to three-peat like Kobe three-peated. Kobe died the Sunday before Super Bowl 54 when Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. Joe Montana equals 54. That was the Joe Montana Bowl between the Chiefs and the Niners. Montana won his 4th Super Bowl in New Orleans. Mahomes trying to do the same thing. 4 plane crashes. And again, 1 into a chopper. So you could say 5 vehicles. Remember, the Eagles advanced to their 5th Super Bowl on the anniversary of Kobe's death in a helicopter. And Kobe died on the anniversary of Bear Bryant, the football coach. Bear Bryant died in 83. Kobe died synced with the Pope's 83rd birthday. Football equals 83, like murder, like helicopter crash. Kobe Bryant alone equals 41, like Super Bowl, dead on the Pope's 41st day of his age, traveling from Catholic Mass. Remember, Pope Francis equals 59. All this is coming to a head in Super Bowl 59, the 55th Super Bowl of the modern era, which will be played on the 55th day of the Pope's age, or 54 days after his birthday, like New Orleans is 54, like Jesuit Orders 54, like Kobe Bean Bryant. Pope equals 52. The Chiefs come into the game 4-2 in Super Bowls. Again, on the 5th anniversary of Kobe's death, the Eagles advanced to their 5th Super Bowl appearance. Chiefs advanced as well, trying to win their 5th. The one prayer for the Eagles fans is Mahomes lost Super Bowl 55 to a 43-year-old Tom Brady. If the Chiefs lost, they'd be 4-3 in the 55th Super Bowl of the modern era. Tom Brady is giving out the statue. The Jesuit statue, named after the Jesuit Vince Lombardi. Again, the Jesuits gave us the calendar and the language, and they run this nation from its government to its sports leagues. And that's how all this stuff is so perfectly coordinated. And remember, they're a military order with the keys to our military. Remember, our military is all over the world. That's how they could be shooting down planes in Sao Paulo.
That was a little hint right there. That made sense right there. Shaq, what up? Damn, that does make sense though. Now you think about it, look at it like that. Now that you look at it like that, shit make a lot of sense. They got bases and shit. You don't think they did shit? You don't think they could shoot something down if they wanted to? Shit. In any of these places? That's a good point. Shaq, what up, man? That's a good point, actually, man. That's a real good point. All right, so let me see. What's this shit, man? What the shit? What's all the bullet? Oh, shit, man. All right, so oh my God. Let me see, man. So I got a couple things, man. So this is the. So we want to see what's going on with this. Okay, I already just played the thing about the plane crash, right? What the hell was let's play this. All these damn plane crashes. What's going on? about that.
Or go harder or be strong or be braver, brave for them.
Airport tonight, Sean.
Her name is Alexis Burgess, guys. I met her right here after she got her flight home after working that long day yesterday on that very jet going city to city. At the very end in Wichita, she said goodbye, have a safe flight to her other crew who are her dear friends, only to learn a few hours later of the absolute worst. And she's now coming home with the thought stuck in her head, of course, that could have easily been me.
I don't know whether to be grateful or to break down. I don't know whether to quit or go harder or be strong or be braver, brave for them. I don't know.
Alexis Burgess is stunned. She is in shock. If a flight attendant called in sick on the American Airlines flight from Wichita to Washington, Alexis would not be in her mother's arms here at Detroit Metro today. Burgess is a flight attendant who worked in that same plane all day Wednesday from Philly to Toronto to D.C. Her shift ended in Wichita, where she greeted the next crew, Ian Epstein and Denasia Elder. That crew lost their lives.
The last thing that I said to him was have a safe flight. And the last thing he said to me was have a good overnight.
Some of Burgess's personal items were still on that plane when it collided with the helicopter and went down.
I'm just in complete disbelief. I didn't even see how it looked. I didn't see the video. I didn't see anything. I just saw a small picture of it in the water. And to know that I worked on there and to see it in pieces like that, I left a water bottle in the back of 21C, and I worked the back. I worked the other flight attendant I worked with. She worked first class. I worked the back. So I'm just thinking about the things that I left on that plane, and the plane is in pieces now.
As a mom with a daughter being a flight attendant, you pray every time she boards until she lands. So this is very heart-wrenching. This is very hurtful.
If I was on reserve and one of those flight attendants got sick or had to stay, then they would have scheduled me to work the flight back to my base. Yes.
That close.
Yes, it is. So I feel like I made it by the skin of my teeth and by the grace of God.
By the grace of God, that is something Alexis is struggling with now. And guys, she shares with me that she absolutely loves her job when she is on a flight.
Skin of my teeth.
About every day.
What up, man?
Skin of my teeth, huh?
I know, huh?
Damn, Frank.
No, I'm like, I never heard that before.
The skin of my teeth. Damn. Where's she from?
I know, huh? Yeah, man, it's just like, yeah, I mean, shit. I just think that's weird. I just think somebody, what Zach Hubbard said earlier, it was kind of weird, interesting what he said, the word he used. He said, is this going to be a trend? He said, is it going to be something like that? Another word. And I'm like, damn, with this plane crash shit. That's a good point he made up. I'm like, damn. He got a point there, man. You know what I'm saying? So is this like something that you know what I'm saying, where it's going to be set up, it's going to be set up more in this algorithm or something? It's weird. That's weird. I think that's weird. Are these planes crashing like that, back to back? Especially after Donald Trump talking about the DEI thing in the planes. That's kind of strange. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? Just like he said a little while ago, he said we have all types of bases all over the world, and that could have been, you know what I'm saying, and somebody, which could be used to shoot some of these planes down. That's not far fetched. It's kind of, or are these even plane? What's really? I don't know, man. Like the first, that first plane that they showed us, you know what I'm saying, in DC, it was from a far angle. So that could have been a toss up with those, what those look like. But in this situation, man, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. This Alaska one seems kind of. I'm like, kind of iffy. Yeah, like it could have been because of the weather. Like, huh? The one in Philadelphia was really just the numbers that they was using. They used that 666, and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I just think, I don't know. Like, is this really supposed to be set in the algorithm like this? Is this really like a thing. You know what I'm saying? She like seriously, bro, because like it's really weird how all these planes is crashing like that. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, and it's just like what's really the cause of this? Because you know what I'm saying, this news station or this side or this, you know what I'm saying, the right or the left or whoever the fuck will say this and that. What's really the fucking truth? You see what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. And it's interesting how we get this plane crash a day before the Super Bowl, right? And I got this right here. This is the Fox live now on Fox. It says live news. Hostages release, Super Bowl security in New Orleans. Trump latest plane crashes. Like, why? Look at the headline. That's kind of weird. I mean, I know this is, you know, a headline like they're cramming all the, you know, one things. They're cramming different topics in the title. I get that, but it just look at how that looks. Live news. Hostages release. Super Bowl security. New Orleans. Trump latest plane crash updates. It's like does this? I just think a lot of this should be connected, man. If it's not directly, it's just if it's not, it's definitely there's definitely signs that connect these events. You know what I'm saying? And for sure, there's definitely signs, and or if not, they definitely hinting off to something. You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about security at the Super Bowl, and then they talk about the hostages. And what a coincidence! I'm gonna play that in a little while. The hostages we had hostages released today, right? You have 3 male hostages released today, and then before you had 3 women hostages. Like, what's the game with all this shit? What's the numbers and what's the codes and women and next men and what the hell is going on with those? And how come you don't see any kids getting released? Are the kids hostages? Don't you think the kids should be released first? What the hell's really going on, Shaq? You got to really, it makes you want to ask questions like, huh? What the hell? For one, where's the kids? And for 2, why don't you just release everybody? You see what I'm saying? And see, a lot of this stuff is cap, and a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump and a lot of this stuff, and people are throwing out, can't even be happy, can't even be done. You know what I'm saying? If you go over there in Gaza and try to take that shit down, you got to have all them Arab countries come after you. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to work out like that. But why even put it out there like that? See, he's throwing out ideas to these rich donors. He's throwing out dog whistles and stuff like that to these rich donors because remember, but at the same time, that's a part of the plan because Jared Kushner, his son, you know what I'm saying, has the company. You see what I'm saying? So his company, you know what I'm saying, got a loan got some money from the Saudi, the sovereign wealth fund, the Saudi Arabian wealth fund, so sovereign wealth fund. You see what I'm saying? Towards that, so the Saudis want that too, though. You see what I'm saying? The Saudis are on that shit in there on it too. But other Arab countries in the Palestine and the Gaza, that's not gonna be good. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But just to throw that out there and put that out there like that says a lot about, and they showing you who they are by doing that and saying crazy. We just take it over and build 7-Elevens and build fucking raging waters over there and fucking water parks and slides and shit. Like that just goes to show you what these people, and that just goes to show that we're gonna make something for rich people. We're gonna make something over here for the rich motherfuckers, man. We're gonna make rich hideaways and getaways and shit for the rich motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything's just for the rich. If you notice these people, they're only if you notice the shit they talk about is only they're talking about for the rich. They're not talking about for regular everyday motherfuckers. If y'all notice that. You see what I'm saying? And the Democrats are just sell you fantasy. They just sell you fantasy. They sell you a bunch of bullshit. I'm gonna play some shit about the Democrats later too, about them dumbass proposals that they had regarding the DNC on pronouns and hiring, like really stupid shit that I'm gonna play you this stuff in a little while. Just to go to show what the Democrats is thinking about, where they're focused on, like, you know what I'm saying? Your forerunner just got slaughtered in this last debate, and y'all worry about some damn pronouns. It just goes to show you that it's the same old bullshit. All right, so let me play a little bit of this real quick. And
good morning and happy Super Bowl Eve.
Happy Super Bowl Eve to you. We are 1 day away. Set it up for us. Give us the background, Dr. Walker. What can we expect tomorrow as these two teams battle it out?
Hold up, damn.
So this is, you know, a repeat of 2 years ago when, you know, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles faced Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, you know what?
Chiefs
Let me,
came out,
my bad. Let me
with
go
a
into
late
something else.
score,
My
and the
bad.
Eagles
I
defense
didn't know this was live.
hold them.
Let me go into something real quick though. Let's go into let me talk about these hostages. I thought this was, or let me go into I'll go into that later. But I want to go back into these damn hostages, right? I mean into this plane crash, then I want to go into the hostages. So let me see, plane crash. You know what I'm saying? So plane crash and then Alaska. The hostages. And we're gonna go into this hostage situation too, man, because what the hell's really going on? All right, so a day. Or 2 days, excuse me, 2 days before the Super Bowl, my bad. With this plane crash. And then the hostage release was today, right? All right, let's get into the 40 minutes.
The NTSB.
So, like I said, the director of the Department of Homeland Security, her last name is Christine, her Nome, and then this happens to be Nome, Alaska. I just think that's kind of weird. That's what I think is that's what I really thought. And notice about this, it's kind of like, okay, so isn't that the director of Homeland Security? Okay. Last name?
Now investigating
what I guess that could be a coincidence. I don't know. Let's go.
Went wrong. Dana Griffin has the latest.
Now, recovery efforts are still underway, with the priority being victim recovery. Then we will recover the wreckage.
Tonight, NTSB Chair Jennifer Hominy in Alaska investigating the Bering Air Flight 445 plane crash that left all 9 passengers and the sole pilot dead. But there are challenges.
We do have
Why didn't they try to get them out then? And what are they doing?
a short window where we have.
Why are they here? Why are they they show you the plane crash in the footage, and then they're right here talking about, like, why are people not out there as they speak trying to rescue these people? I don't get it. Even though they're dead still, why are the bodies still? I don't know.
Bad weather coming in, some snow. This is on an ice flow, which is moving about 5 miles a day.
The Cessna Grand Caravan took off Thursday afternoon from Unalakleet, heading northwest to Nome.
Bering Air 445, check your altitude to me.
To Nome.
Bering Air 4.
Van took off Thursday afternoon.
This is on an ice flow, which is moving about 5 miles a day.
The Cessna Grand Caravan took off Thursday afternoon from Unalakleet, heading northwest
okay, so this is Alaska.
Bering Air 445, check your altitude immediately.
445,
okay.
Just 12 miles offshore, the plane vanished amid freezing temperatures and snow.
445, isn't that 13? Or no? Am I bad at math? And here we go with these numbers again.
According to the Nome Fire Department, the pilot told air traffic controllers he intended to enter a holding pattern while waiting for the runway to be cleared. Co-workers Rome Baumgartner and Cameron Hartvigsen were among those on board on a trip to service critical infrastructure. Their organization writing that they made a lasting impact on rural communities across our state. This is the third major aviation disaster in
Third, baby. Number 3 again, baby. That's 33, baby. They hit us with the 30. Well, no, they didn't hit us with 33 in this. Wait, that's 3 right there. And that's 13 they hit us with a little while ago.
a little over a week. In Washington, 67 were killed when an American Eagle jet and an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided. Days later in Philadelphia,
So you see how they're linking them all together?
a medevac jet crashed, killing 7. In Alaska, loved ones now waiting for answers in yet another heartbreaking aviation tragedy. Dana Griffin, NBC News.
Wow. All right, so man, I don't know, man. I just think that's kind of strange. So I'm gonna play out. Let's talk about these hostages, man. Let's talk about foolishness right here.
Where you or someone you love.
Let's talk about hostages. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna go. You know, they capping on these hostages. Hold up. I'm gonna play this. It's got a couple of them I'm gonna play too. You can tell a lot of this stuff is just BS. All right, hold up. Here we go. Damn it. I'll just show you. I'll just play some with the hostages on my own. Hostages. My bad. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think that's a coincidence? They do it a day before the Super Bowl. Kind of weird, huh? Kind of interesting, huh? Look. Okay, let's check this out. Let's check this out. 3 men, right?
The latest hostage in prison.
Number 3. They give you that 3 again. There you go. Them numbers. They hit you with the 3. Like you got I don't know, man. See, when I keep seeing multiple stories like this, it don't matter what kind of story. It's just some kind of negative news or shit. Negative. It just as long as it's negative. And I keep seeing 3 and here 12, 13, and the 33, and then motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, what else can you think? What else is there to think? That it's not a conspiracy?
Prisoner release happening overnight involving Hamas and Israel. ABC's Britt Clennett is in Tel Aviv with the very latest this morning. Good morning to you, Britt.
Good morning, Janae. Yeah, another 3 Israeli hostages back on home soil after they were freed by Hamas in central Gaza this morning. There was relief from the crowd here in Hostage Square, even as Ohad Ben Ami, Eli Sharabi, and Or Levy, all of them looking very thin and frail, were handed over to the Red Cross in Deir al-Balah. Hamas, again, very much projecting this image of authority and order on the streets in Gaza with another highly choreographed ceremony. And Netanyahu
You see how they're trying to make them out to look how the news is trying to make them out to look. Not Israel, but them. Check it out. Like Israel could wipe them out if they wanted to. They need to stop it. They need to stop trying to make it seem like they're like these people are like the boogeyman, man.
referring to their gaunt appearances in a statement saying, "We will not move on from the shocking images we saw today," and vowing a response.
See? The Prime Minister already on it. They already on it. You see how the media works with you see how they work with Israel? How the mainstream media works with them. Look at how they try to make them look. Like, didn't y'all just level a lot of the news, man. I don't see how. I don't know. Let's go.
Response. Now, Israel is releasing 183 Palestinian prisoners as part of the first phase of the ceasefire deal.
183. These people crazy with these numbers, man. Wow. Isn't that 111? 111? Isn't that? I mean, that 3 ones. That's not 3. That's not 333. I don't know. Or 311. I don't know. Excuse me. There's just some numbers that they're throwing out right there. But why? See, the thing is, so why would you? So this is my thing. This is how you know something don't sound right. So why are they letting hundreds of Palestinian prisoners? They're letting them out by the hundreds, but they're letting. You see how they trying to do it? But they're trying to make it seem like Israel's so kind. Oh, Israel, so damn, they're letting hundreds of Palestinians out while Palestine is only letting 3 at a time out. Like, dude, I see the play. The news media, the news media. Look what the news media is doing. They're horrible. They're so horrible because they're only letting 3 out at a time. Meanwhile, Israel let 183 out. 183.
1,900 prisoners will be released in return for 33 hostages.
33, baby. Come on, man. Y'all keep playing with me. Y'all don't give me my prop. But did she just say 33? Did she just say another Masonic number or no? Did she just say 33? Shaq. Did she just say? I didn't know she was gonna say 33. This is the first time you watching it. Did she just say 33, Shaq? Is she throwing out numbers or no? These people are throwing out codes to each other, bro. They're talking and communicating to each other through these numbers. These high up elite motherfuckers, they're the ones communicating, bro. She just said 33. Dude, I didn't even know she was going, oh, there we go with another number. Like, dude. Huh? Let's go back. We gotta rewind that back.
Will be released in return for 33 hostages. American Sagi
33, baby.
3
Come on.
hostages. American Sagi Dekhoken among 6 U.S. 100 prisoners will be released in return for 33 hostages.
Hold up.
83 Palestinian prisoners. As part of the first phase of the ceasefire deal, 1,900 prisoners will be released in return for
1,900. Damn.
33 hostages. American Sagi Dekhoken.
33, baby. See how they doing that? Oh, well, we're gonna let that 1,000 something out while Palestinians only gonna let 33 out. I just y'all don't see the number, y'all don't see what they're doing. They're trying to still make these motherfuckers look like the boogeyman. Like, bro, they could be blown off the map with the weapons that y'all got. I just see a bunch of motherfuckers in the streets with motherfucking rocket launchers. I don't see no fucking. They make it seem like they have a whole army or something. Like, boy, the news is so full of it, man.
10 among 6 U.S. citizens.
Number 6.
Still held in Gaza.
All right, Britt Clennett for.
Why are those citizens still there, dude? We just went through 2 presidencies right now, and they still out there. How come what's the name? Netanyahu, why is he not trying to push for them Americans to be free? This is all game. Let's go look at it from another angle. This is all game. Yeah, man, this is all game. Hold up. Let's look at it from another angle. Hold up. Let's see. Come on.
Oh my dog, Jelly.
So why did the men? Can I ask a question? How come the last time when the women looked all healthy, and how come the men look all sick? I mean, look all skinny, right? The only one guy looks skinny. Why is that? So the women were getting fed more than the men. I'm confused. Are these actors like? Let's just pay close attention. By what army? They were driven out of Gaza by the Red Cross. Why the Red Cross? What does the Red Cross have anything to do with this? Why are y'all showing people's react? Why are they showing? Is this the OJ trial? Why are they showing people's reaction? Why are they doing that? I'm telling you, the media. This look at the projection that they put out. Look at the perception. Look at the projection. Look at what they're doing. Look at this is trying to smear. This is basically trying to smear the Palestinians. That's how I take it.
It's been very hard to see him like that. He doesn't look like himself. He looks like he suffered a lot for such a long time, not being at home. And it was very difficult for me to see him like that. Very, very hard.
I mean, but my thing is why? I don't know, man. Y'all see? Did that look really genuine to you? Let's get one more, and we're gonna go to something else. We're gonna go to these begging Democrats. Let me get another angle real quick.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and exclusive access to all things VIP. So you
Why? Who's playing music? Is this the? 3. Well, why to the Red Cross though? Who's playing what? Okay, you know how you know this is staged? Why are they not showing? Why are they not showing the Palestinian prisoners' reaction? Why are they not showing the Palestinians' reaction to the prisoners? You see how they're showing one side? This is bias. This is so biased. This is bias. Why? Okay, I know there's 180 some people released, but why can't you show the people? Why didn't they show the 100? See, this is how. Look at this. Look. It's easy to show 3 people released. It's hard to show 183 people released. It's hard to show that. It's easy to show 3 people. Why? My thing is, why are they only showing from the Israel side and not the Palestinian side? If there was 180 some prisoners released, why didn't y'all show the Palestinian prisoners' reaction? So you see how it's one-sided. It's too one-sided. Too one-sided.
Oh my God! It's been very hard to see him like that. He doesn't look like himself.
Now it's a closure day. 2 of our members coming back from Gaza Strip, right here in Deir al-Balah.
You can't tell me those people. Those people. How do you survive? You're that light skinned. How do you even survive in hot weather or a place like that? How would you even survive? That's how you know that's not the real land. You can't be light like that and have. Never mind.
4.5 kilometers from here. There were 491 days, something like that.
91. Pay attention.
Lost my count. Anyway, 91 days, 490.
So if Hamas is such monsters, if they were so terrible, then why are they letting the media? Why are they letting people from the media? Why are they letting people film this then? And what camera angle is this from right here? Who's filming?
91 days, something like that. Lost my count. Anyway, we are very happy for that. We're waiting for them. We're waiting for a long time.
You see how they're not showing? They ain't showing no Palestinians. They only showing one side.
We're very happy that Ellie came out.
You know, it's crazy. They're trying to make you think that that they're trying to make it seem like these Israeli hostages are more important than the Palestinian prisoners. Pay attention.
We are sad to see the situation, how they look. They look very hungry. They look like they suffered a lot. But we're happy. He's strong. He will get over it. And we're happy he came out. And we can't wait till we get into the car of the Red
And the other lady just say the same thing. It looks like they suffered a lot. The other lady just said the same script.
Cross and can come to Israel for us to hug him and like be with him.
If they were such monsters, why would the Red Cross, if these people are such terrorists and savages, why are they even allowing the Red Cross to be? We don't ask questions though.
He will respond.
Wow. Okay. They basically showed you. They already showed you what it was with these numbers. So that's all I need to say about that. All right. So I'm gonna get into this Democratic National Convention. I'm gonna get into that. These fools making a fool out of themselves over shit that don't have nothing to do with black people. Once again, as always, that's just how that is. All right. So I'm gonna play something real quick. Let me play something right here real quick of the Trump talking about going into what's his name real quick. All right. Trump talking about going into Gaza, even though they're not going to be able to do it, but just Trump and them pushing this issue like that says a lot to me still. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, just stop all this rhetoric shit and just be president. Because all this shit that you're talking about is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Talking about going in there, leveling out all this shit for a resort and all that shit, that's crazy. So, or a water slide park, whatever the fuck he's talking about. All right, let's get this in real quick. Let me play this real quick. I'm gonna play a couple minutes.
Which represented.
Wait, Shaq, hey, Shaq, what'd you think about that, man? What'd you think about them hostages and shit, man? That whole shit. What did you think about that? Was it one-sided or what, Shaq? Did you see how they were doing it? How the media was playing that out? Did you see how the media was playing that? Shaq. Shaq. All right, so let's go into this real quick. This dude with these this Gaza.
I was there 4 years, gave them billions and billions of dollars. I was the best friend Israel ever had.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu agrees. In a press conference at the White House, Netanyahu called Trump the greatest friend Israel has ever had.
Scripted.
You are the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House.
Script. So he said the same thing.
Since he returned to the White House.
Y'all don't see the play. Y'all don't see how scripted this shit is. Y'all don't see it. These people, it's all a script. It's all a game. These people are working together. This shit's so scripted. Oh yeah, he is the best friend. And he said the same thing he said. I don't know. I guess. Let's go. We all know this though. It ain't nothing new under the sun.
House for a second term as U.S. president, Trump has been as pro-Israel as he could possibly be, and as anti-Palestinian as he could possibly be. In fact, in a meeting at the White House with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Trump announced that he wants to expel all Palestinians from Gaza, and he plans to take over the Palestinian territory, saying the U.S. will own Gaza.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it.
What Trump is proposing is blatant ethnic cleansing and colonialism, expelling millions of indigenous Palestinians from their homeland, allowing Israel to colonize it, and then building luxury real estate. Obviously, this goes completely against international law. It is totally illegal. But there's another element of this, because all U.S. presidents have supported.
Very illegal. That's war crimes like a motherfucker, dude. Because it's war crimes too. Because this is connected to the war. Because this is how you know this is all staged, right? Because on 2003, October 7th, you see what I'm saying? That was the same day as that's Benjamin Netanyahu's birthday for one. For two, you see what I'm saying? If you notice, they start at. It seems like they kind of like started this proxy war just so they could go to Gaza and try to level out and take it over. Y'all don't even notice that? It seems like this whole war was about. This proxy war was just to take their land and get closer to that land, get closer, one step closer to taking it. I mean, I don't see how nobody's like kind of notices that. They're kind of showing us. They're already kind of showing us what the play is already. You know what I'm saying?
Israel's illegal colonization of Palestinian territories, which goes back decades. This is not new. But Trump has been explicit, very blatant about his intention to colonize Palestinian territory, and his family can profit from the expansion of Israeli settlements and the construction of luxury real estate in Gaza. Of course, Trump became a billionaire through real estate development, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who's married to Trump's daughter, Ivanka, is also a very rich real estate developer. And it's not a coincidence that Jared Kushner has invested very significantly in firms in Israel that profit from the expansion of Israeli settlements. And Trump and Kushner have both publicly proposed ethnically cleansing Palestinians, expelling them from Gaza, clearing out all of the rubble, because Israel, with U.S. support, has basically destroyed almost all of the buildings there. And then Trump and Kushner hope to profit from building luxury real estate. Trump proposed this in a press conference with Netanyahu on the 4th of February, in which he announced that the U.S. would take over Gaza. And then he says the U.S. will clear out all of the destroyed buildings. And
so, you know what Trump is telling you? Trump is telling you that they fucked that shit up. Doc Boss, what up? What is Trump telling you? Trump is telling you, watch, look at this clip he gonna play. Trump is telling you, because he said it, because I already know they want to get out there because it looks like hell. He says it in this clip. So he basically telling you it looks bad. They fucking bombed that shit. The news is not gonna get in debt. News is not gonna get in debt. The news is not gonna show you them pictures of how it looks now. You see what I'm saying? They're not gonna tell you the news. Did the mainstream news tell you that this money that Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, got money from Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund? I guess that's probably where Donald Trump got the idea of sovereign wealth from. Is from the fucking Saudis or whatever. But anyway, he got that money from the sovereign wealth fund. Jared Kushner from the Saudi Arabians. Some of that money to expand. Watch, listen to this. The mainstream media is not going to break none of this down like that. They're not going to show you how bad it looks out there. They're just going to show you a bunch of motherfuckers with rocket launchers and shit and with their face covered. I guess that's supposed to be Hamas. But guess who made Hamas? Israel made Hamas.
And the U.S. will rebuild. And of course, what he didn't mention is that he and his family will profit from that.
Level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years.
Yeah, this is looking good. Let's keep building the music. And no, this is supposed to be the happiest day of her life. I'm going to need more emotion. You're happy. It's your wedding day. Happy like you found a coin in your pocket.
Military crash, survival role players. Oh shit. CSPC Solutions, 183 full-time positions. Guess what? There was 183 people dead supposedly in that plane crash. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Commercial plane. Okay. Job openings at CSPC Solutions, military and crash survivor role players. 1 CSPC Solutions, 183 full-time positions. Description: role players will replicate friendly and enemy personnel and survivors of an airplane crash. Work view. Oh shit! Ain't this a bitch? Thanks for sending this. I am live too, by the way. I need more info on this. Son of a bitch. See? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I just got breaking news. I just got some news in for somebody that just texted me. This plane crash might have been a crash. I might be able to get the crisis actor. I might be able to get the crisis actor roll sheet for this same plane crash. This plane crash. This Alaska plane crash wait, let me see. Indeed, relates to the Black Hawk crash into the commercial plane. That commercial plane crash, that first one might not be, but then it kind of ties to this one because there's 183, it says full-time position, 183 full-time positions, but then in this crash that we just saw, it was 183 people that died on the plane, right? But in this thing, it says 183 full-time positions. I'm gonna try to get some more info on this, but this might be a crisis situation, y'all. I just got breaking news. I just read it off, so I'm gonna try to get more information. I'm gonna break the media. I'm gonna break the internet with this information. All right. Thanks, person that sent me that story. Salute. You know what I'm saying? All right. So look.
That Trump floated the possibility of building in Gaza In fact, on the day of his inauguration, the 20th of January, the day he returned to the White House, Trump hinted at his plans to build luxury real estate in Gaza, noting it had a, quote, phenomenal location on the sea.
You know, Gaza is interesting. It's a phenomenal location on the sea.
This dude, I'm sorry. I like, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? We do with the Democrat Republican thing, but I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. In these people, this people's nature, that they're just in their nature, they just want to wreck shit, fuck shit up for people, want to take, steal. They think, you know, this whole American way is just everything is by theft, by force, by violence, by intimidation. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? When you grow up in the streets, it's the same shit, right? When you grow up in the streets, the same thing in the hood. Oh, the hood, all these men are savages, but isn't it the same thing as that's the same American motherfucking motto. You fucking live by the gun, you die by the gun. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know what I'm saying? You take your respect. You take by blood, you take by force. You know what I'm saying? You take by intimidation. That's the American motto. Is it not the American motto or no? Can somebody prove me wrong? Is this not how America operates? Has been operating? Is this not how these Europeans operate? By stealing? And then you know, they don't call it steer, they call it colonizer, and then right now they call it globalization, imperialism. They use these words.
Best weather, you know, everything's good.
Dude makes it seem like you're talking about Florida. You would think that he's talking about a part of Florida or a fucking place in Virginia or something. This dude is straight talking about a whole nother region, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And see, that lets you know these people don't give a fuck about no religion, because look at how these people treat other countries that aren't so-called Christians. They don't care about, so we don't respect the fact that these people have another religion. It's very interesting, though. Very interesting. Oh, God, this in the country, and then, you know, this and that. Oh, we're Judeo-Christians. And, man, y'all don't believe in none of that, man, because you don't respect other people's religion. You don't respect other people's boundaries. How do you push all this? See, it's fake. At the end of the day, it's all fake. You know what I'm saying?
It's like some beautiful things could be done with it, but it's very interesting. But some fantastic things could be done with Gaza.
This idea was also proposed a year before in February.
But the Democrats were talking about this too, and Kamala Harris mentioned something like this too. She didn't say she didn't say that exactly, but she was talking about that too. Let's just keep it real. To me, it don't seem like no matter who got in there, the Democrats or Republicans, they was going to do it anyway. So what's the difference between them two?
2024 by Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, who, like Trump, is a rich real estate developer. In this interview at Harvard, Kushner salivated over Gaza's waterfront property, which he noted could be very valuable.
In Gaza's waterfront property, it could be very valuable to if people would focus on kind of building up, livelihoods.
Kushner then said that Israel should move out Palestinians, expel them, and clean it up, as he put it.
But I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up.
Now, when Trump's son-in-law says clean it up, that's a call for blatant ethnic cleansing. That's where the term ethnic cleansing comes from. This is blatant 19th century style colonialism. This is like what the United States did to Native Americans, killing them, forcing them off their land, ethnically cleansing them, colonizing their land, and then becoming rich because they have a bunch of stolen land. That's how the United States was founded as a country. And Canada and Australia and Israel. And Israel continues to be in the process of ethnic cleansing, continuing the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians that began with the formation of Israel in 1948 in what was known as the Nakba, in which the majority of indigenous Palestinians were expelled, kicked off their land. And what's incredible is how blatant the corruption and conflicts of interest are, because Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, will profit from ethnic cleansing of Palestinians in Israel. In fact, Bloomberg reported a few days before Trump's inauguration that Kushner's investment company, Affinity Partners, had doubled its investment in an Israeli company called Phoenix Financial, which invests in illegal Israeli settlements in occupied Palestinian territory, which means that Trump's son-in-law is going to profit from Israel's.
Jared Kushner, right, has a company, right? You know what I'm saying? Affinity, right? So this Saudi Arabian company invested in them from their sovereign wealth fund. Phoenix, excuse me, yes, or no. Okay, no. Okay, let's go. Excuse me, an Israel company funding them called Phoenix, right? Let me go into a little bit of the back of this, my bad.
Investment company, Affinity Partners, had doubled its investment in an Israeli company called Phoenix Financial, which invests in illegal Israeli settlements in occupied Palestine.
Oh, what a coincidence. Oh, you invest in a company that invests in illegal settlements. Oh, these people are no good. Somebody said the other day, I ain't gonna say no name, but they said what's the name's a good person. Elon Musk. These motherfuckers ain't shit. These motherfuckers are not good people. You crazy. Shit, the homeless guy in the corner could be a good person. Shit. At one point, Jeffrey Dahmer was probably a good fucking person. Let's keep it real. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. These motherfuckers are trillionaires. These people don't care about none of us, man. A billionaire, millionaire cannot relate to no regular person. They will not. It's not on this. It's not the same level. Even though it's money and some bullshit, they got assets and shit, some bullshit that they type up on a computer. You know, still. See, now we get into classes, a class thing now, right?
Palestinian territory, which means that Trump's son-in-law is going to profit from.
That's why Trump is doing this. That's why Trump is pushing this, because he's going to profit directly from this, him and his family. You see what I'm saying? So, oh, what a coincidence that this is. You see what I'm saying? It's not a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? People be doing stuff for their own self-interest. How we got, this is my question. And see, this is my thing. They get too caught up in the foreign policy, man. And he's like, okay, so what I'm seeing is Trump taking certain of these 3-letter fashions away, and okay, that's fine and dandy. And okay, you got the sovereign welfare. Oh, the sovereign welfare, okay. But at the same time, excuse me, you could use these sovereign wealth funds. Y'all know you could use these funds for outside purposes, for purposes outside of America, right? What are they going to be using some of that fund for? I don't know, man. I mean, I heard it. You know, a lot of this shit is sales pitches and shit, because, like I said, he's throwing out crazy ideas right now that he knows damn well that's not going to be. He's not going to be able to get through, like taking land and all this crazy shit and threatening South Africa and you know, to give land back when they already got South African white people already have 72% of the land. I think it's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna check. You said political news. I'm gonna check that out.
Israel's
because you notice nobody's talking bad. None of the news media is not talking bad about Trump now. Let's keep it weird. Let's keep it real. You hear MSNBC or something, that doesn't count. But as far as on the news cycles, I don't really hear nothing negative about him. I just hear people going to sue him. That's it.
Expansion of settlements and colonization of Palestinian territory. And when I say the corruption is blatant, I am not in any way exaggerating. It's all out there in the open.
They do it in front of our face.
Trump's first term, Jared Kushner was a senior advisor.
He was more in front in the first terms. Now he's more behind the scenes
to Trump, overseeing his Middle East policy, especially regarding Israel. And just a few months after the Trump administration left office, a few months later, Jared Kushner created an investment company called Affinity Partners. And what happened? The Saudi monarchy announced that its sovereign wealth fund.
So maybe that is where Donald Trump got the idea of having a sovereign wealth fund, right? Maybe that's where he got the idea from. No, he wasn't talking that shit in 2016. He wasn't talking that shit in 2020. I'm just saying, I don't know. A lot of this stuff is so scripted and it's so all put together, man. These people are all working together. We just don't, I don't know. Maybe, I guess, you know, If you never ran a business, if you're not a business person, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't know. You see the same thing with these people. I wouldn't know what it's like to be a billionaire. I wouldn't know.
This is the money of the Saudi monarchy would invest $2 billion in Jared Kushner's investment company, Affinity Partners. So where is this money coming from? Saudi Arabia has a massive current account surplus. It has a lot of oil. It exports its oil. It gets paid dollars. So it has all these excess dollars. So the Saudi monarchy has a sovereign wealth fund, and they invest those dollars in U.S. assets and assets around the world. So
that means well, they can do the same thing, right? Is that what Trump's sovereign wealth fund is really going to be? I'm just asking questions. I don't know, man. I'm just asking questions.
They gave Jared Kushner $2 billion in order to invest where? Not only in the United States, but also in Israel. The Saudi monarchy that has always abandoned the Palestinian people, that has never done anything to support the Palestinian people, and has always secretly, not so secretly, been supporting Israeli colonialism. The Saudi monarchy has been using Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to invest billions of dollars in Israel. So not only will Trump and his family profit from the expansion of Israeli settlements and the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians, the Saudi monarchy will also profit from the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians and the colonization of Palestinian territory by the United States. And Israel. And in fact, Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu has proposed that after the U.S. ethnically cleanses Palestinians from Gaza, they should be sent to Saudi Arabia.
Damn, what is these people? These people are sick. You can't just do that. Oh, let me send it. Oh, these motherfuckers, oh shit, they all Muslims anyway. Let's just put them all together and shit, man. Let's put these Palestinians in it. Dude, for one, that's sovereign, bro. The Saudi Arabia, that's fucking a royal. That's royal. Now we talking about royalty here. We ain't even talking about no president or nothing, no shit like that. We talking about royalty. For one, you can't just put Palestinians don't have no royalty. They don't have it like no. It's two different. Just because they're all Muslims, it's two different ways. It's two different structures. You see what I'm saying? Saudi has a royal family. Oh, these white people just so that's just some racist shit to me. I don't see how people don't take it like that. That's just some ignorant, racist, like scoundrel shit. Like, oh fuck it, let's just put them with the other Muslims. How do we? We don't even know if the Saudis even. Trust me, it don't sound like the Saudis really like the Palestinians like that. Anyway, from if they're going to go backdoor behind their back and give you money to you know what I'm saying, to invest in that land like that, but at the same time you can't put them over there. Why would you want to put them over there if the Palestinians, obviously the Saudis don't want them over there if they want to dispel them for their land? Just like people, probably the same kind of people that think all black people look alike, right? Let's go, man. Netanyahu's a piece of, I don't know, man. The world courts already got him, but America just protecting this dude. I don't know.
And Netanyahu said that Saudi Arabia should use some of its land to create a Palestinian state. Obviously, Saudi Arabia is not going to approve this because it would lead to the overthrow of the Saudi monarchy. The Saudi people would rise up because in reality, the people of West Asia, of the Middle East, the vast majority of people in every country support the Palestinians. It's their leaders who are largely puppets of the West historically. I mean, the U.S. helped to create the Saudi regime as a regime itself. And the regimes have been extremely beholden to the United States. And of course, the U.S. has pressured them to.
Who do you think around that time of 9/11? Who do you think was America's best friend, man? Who do you think George Bush's buddy was, man? It's the Saudi royal family, man. Pay attention. We gotta go. We gotta just keep it 100, man. Stop it. Let's just keep it 100.
Normalize relations with Israel. And of course, it's in their economic interest because many of them are corrupt and they're billionaires. And these are, again, monarchies. And these monarchies have invested a lot in Israel and profited from Israel's colonial policies. But again, if they openly allowed Israel to send Palestinians, to ethnically cleanse them and send them to Saudi Arabia or Jordan, or these monarchies backed by the West, the people of these countries would rise up and overthrow the monarchies because they would be seen as such a blatant act of treachery and
betrayal. Of course, it's betrayal. You can't just send. I don't know, man. That's weird, dude. That's weird, man. That's strange, man. Like they just very disrespectful.
Betrayal against the Palestinian people. Now, in his press conference with Netanyahu,
look at us, and one got the red tie on, one got the blue tie on. Why Trump always do this with his hands, and then he gonna watch
in the White House on the 4th of February.
A little while, it's gonna be the. So one got the red tie. So you mean to tell him? See, look at how this symbolic this is. So Trump got the blue tie on this time, right? Because the Democrats usually wear the blue tie, and then Netanyahu got the red tie. Boy, these people's too much, man.
Trump was asked about these plans to ethnically cleanse Palestinians, and a journalist said, what if countries like Jordan and Egypt refuse to accept the Palestinians from Gaza whom you're trying to ethnically cleanse? And Trump said, they will accept it because I'm going to force them to. And what he...
that you the president of the United States saying crazy stuff like this, bro. Just like that makes people think you're really... It makes, I mean, from how I look at it, I see what you're doing. And honestly, you know what I low-key think? I think that you're playing a role. I think Trump is playing, they have Trump to play this role, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes sense. Let's blame it on this motherfucker crazy. He's so-called crazy and loony and out there anyway. Let's blame it on, let's take Palestine's land. And if anything, any backlash, we blame it on him. Motherfucker already think he's over the hill anyway. People already don't like Trump anyway. Let's just blame it on him. Yeah. That's going to be the goal, to take Palestine, yeah. But we're going to have the scapegoat. Remember, it's Donald Trump in office. These people are slick.
He didn't mention, but what's kind of unspoken, is that Trump is going to threaten tariffs and sanctions on these countries and say, if you do not facilitate the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians and help us take over and colonize Gaza, we will destroy your economy.
If we can build them through massive amounts of money supplied by other people, very rich nations, and they'll be.
That's already what they did. You hear what he's basically telling you. A lot of people don't listen to Trump. What Trump is saying, he's basically already telling you what they did. He's basically already telling you that they broke his son-in-law off. He's telling you how he got down. Massively rich countries. Didn't they just pay his son-in-law off from their sovereign wealth fund? That's what he's talking about, right? See, we don't listen.
They're willing to supply it. If we can build something for them, and one of the
rich countries, rich people, they don't see. None of this shit is directed towards regular, everyday, regular schmegler American motherfuckers, man. All this shit is geared toward rich people, people that have money, that have lots of money. That's why. I'm going. Yeah, this one. I'm voting. I'm a Democrat. I'm a Republican. I'm gonna vote blue. And I'm a conservative. Like all that shit is bullshit, man. None of and it's poor motherfuckers talk. Well, these motherfuckers on TV, a lot of them don't be poor, so they don't even already Tucker Carlson. Oh yeah, I like Tucker. I like this motherfucker. Man, this motherfucker rich, bro. I don't know, man. I guess they're not looking at it from your perspective, man. They're not living from your perspective. They're not living like you are. These motherfuckers have billions, some millions of dollars, some cases billions of dollars. Look how Trump built his whole cabinet. Damn near is all billionaires, bro. A lot of his cabinet are million and billionaires. What does that tell you? They don't tell you. They don't say a lot.
Countries, and it could be
just like Joe Biden. Most of his cabinet was Cree people. What'd that tell you?
Jordan, it could be Egypt, it could be other countries.
I don't know, man.
Not Jordan, Egypt, what other countries you think might accept Palestinians from Gaza?
Well, I think Jordan and Egypt will. I know they've spoken about it with you, and they say they're not going to accept. I say they will.
Who does this dude think you're just the president of the United States. Relax. Who do you think you are? You basically telling the motherfuckers what they ain't gonna do, bro. Oh, they said they're not gonna do it, but they are. Who are you, bro? I don't know, man. This shit, he's playing a role, bro. He's playing. It's like they get because he was doing the same shit on WWF, bro. It's like he's literally playing this role. Anything go wrong? Shit, he's in office.
And then another journalist asked,
we'll just have the media go in on his ass like he did in the first term. Notice the media is not saying nothing bad about him. They're not. They're just saying, oh, people are suing him. That's the only thing they're saying. Oh, people, you got the Democrats are protesting, and well, I'm gonna play that in a little while. Democrats are going to protest some fucking at Department of Education, but black kids is failing. These black Maxine Waters and Jasmine Crockett. The Marjorie, they got Jasmine Crockett to be Marjorie Taylor Greene's attack dog. That's it. They had her just to spar with Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's it. Jasmine Crockett is not a bright chick. I don't know what is she doing for black people? Nothing. None of these people are. That's not their job. Their job is to shuck and jive.
Asked how many Palestinians Trump plans to try to send to another country to expel from Gaza, and he said all of them. So again, this is textbook ethnic cleansing. This is the definition.
What does 200% more power mean? It means I drill 200% more.
I think these motherfuckers, white people, really like that. That's not the role. They're just really demented, sick, twisted. I think they can just take everything by force. That's just how they are. But he's playing a role, though. I see what he's doing.
Cleansing.
How many people
are you thinking about?
All of them. I mean, we're talking about probably 1,000,007 people, 1,000,007, maybe 1,000,008. But I think all of them. I think they'll be resettled in areas.
Bro, this dude's think about reselling 1,000,000 something people. Bro. We're not talking about a couple hundred here. We're not talking about 500 people. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? A school, a high school worth of people here. We're talking about million plus people. I don't know, man. That's crazy, dude. That shit is out insane. 1,000,000 plus people. Man, I didn't think it was that many people. That's a big. I told y'all, that's a country. That's a country, dude. 1,000,000 plus people. That ain't no. They make it seem like they don't show you pictures and all that for a reason of Palestine for a reason. They make it seem like that shit is a big place, dude.
Is where they can live a beautiful life and not be worried about dying every day.
By the way, I don't know if you caught that there, but
I'm glad he said that because who's killing them? Israel. Yeah, the thing about dying from Israel, your partner. See, these people, they're not really too bright.
Trump claimed that there are 1.7 or 1.8 million Palestinians in Gaza. Now, Trump, as the U.S.
That's a lot of people.
President, receives regular intelligence briefings.
Yeah, how do you not know?
The fact that he said that number means it's likely that someone gave him that number from the U.S. intelligence agencies. So apparently the U.S. government estimates that there are 1.7 or 1.8 million Palestinians in Gaza. However, recent estimates were 2.1 or 2.2 million Palestinians in Gaza as of 2023. So is he suggesting indirectly that 300,000 Palestinians were killed by Israel?
Damn.
In the past year and a half since
October? Does that tell you how many of them were killed?
October 2023. Yeah. Of course, we can only read between the lines here, but this could be an indirect acknowledgement that Israel has killed hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza.
In like a year or something time, 2 years time, less than 2 year time. Yeah. Yep.
Should point out that leading scientific experts published a peer-reviewed article in the leading medical journal, The Lancet, in 2024, trying to calculate the number of Palestinians who would be killed in this U.S.-Israeli assault on Gaza. These experts estimated that 186,000 Palestinians would die because of the U.S.-Israeli war on Gaza, which represented about 8% of the Palestinian population of Gaza being exterminated by the U.S. and Israel. And Trump himself indirectly acknowledged how catastrophic the U.S.-Israeli attack on Gaza has been. He called Gaza hell.
I don't think people should be going back to Gaza. I think that Gaza has been very unlucky for them. They've lived like hell. They lived like you're living in hell. Gaza is not a place for people to be living. I think.
And he's saying all that just so. What do you mean it's not a place for people? If Israel wasn't attacking them, they wouldn't be getting attacked. Huh? This dude is, man, boy. I see through this shit though. These people, yeah, man. That just goes to show, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter who's in there, man. Because they was gonna do the same thing if what's her name? Kamala Harris got in there. They was gonna do the same thing if she got in there.
I think that Gaza maybe is a demolition site right now. If you look at Gaza, there's hardly a building standing, and the ones that are going to collapse. You can't live in Gaza right now, and I think we need another location.
Now, what Trump didn't mention is that the reason that Gaza is hell and looks like a demolition site is because the U.S. supported Israel in destroying and damaging the vast majority of the buildings in Gaza. Israel was using U.S. missiles, U.S. bombs, U.S. ammunition, U.S. shells. It was the Biden administration that staunchly supported Israel. This is bipartisan. And now Trump has come in and he's also staunchly supporting Israel. There's no difference between Biden and Trump. Well, there is a difference, which is that Trump is more blatant and explicit in what they're doing. When Biden was president, he had privately pressured Egypt to take Palestinians from Gaza, to ethnically cleanse Gaza. But Biden tried to keep that low. He tried to keep it, quiet. Whereas Trump is proud of it. He's boasting that, yes, I want to help Israel ethnically cleanse Gaza, and I want the U.S. to colonize Gaza and build luxury real estate. Trump is a proud colonialist. The Democrats are quiet colonialists. They talk about human rights while they carry out colonialism, whereas Trump is a proud colonialist. He wants to colonize Gaza. He wants to colonize Greenland. He wants to colonize the Panama Canal. He even says he wants to colonize Canada.
And the only reason they want to go back, and I believe this strongly, is because they have no alternative. What's the alternative? Go where? There's no other alternative. If they had an alternative, they'd much rather not go back to Gaza and live in a beautiful.
How are you gonna speak for them, bro? That's one thing about these people, man. These people, bro. How are you gonna speak for these people, bro? I can't speak for nobody. How can you speak for these people? How can you tell them where they want to or do not want to go back to, bro? That shit is ill. That lets you know. That's why I don't get caught up in these figures, man. These are figures. I don't get caught. Oh man, I like him. I like Trump. I like this. I like Biden. I like. Fuck these people, man. Ain't nothing. It's only been a month or whatever the fuck in his term. Okay, I give him that. And you know what I'm saying? We still got to give him a chance. But at the same time, I'm seeing some bullshit. Now I'm seeing him getting away with getting rid of the 3-letter groups. That's good. Getting away with getting rid of the Department of Education. That's good. Getting rid of the transgender, men in women's sports. That's good. I'm seeing some things I like too now, but I don't know, man. A lot of the way this dude is getting like. Why would you want you got rid of Black History Month for what? Just to prove that, just to dog whistle to white people. I just take that's how I take it. I just take it. He does a lot. He's an actor. He's a shock jock. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Howard Stern in the White House type shit. This dude. He's a shock jock.
Alternative that's safe.
And for his talking point, Trump claims that supposedly Palestinians don't want to return to Gaza, that they have no alternative.
Bro, I'm about to play a clip right now. These motherfuckers said they're not going nowhere. Palestinians said they're not leaving. So that's a lie. So he's lying on people now. I'm gonna play a clip right now. They're saying we're not going anywhere. So what do you mean they don't? They're there still. What do you mean they don't want to?
And that's the only reason that they're going back to Gaza. But no, Gaza is their home. Palestinians are indigenous to Palestine. The reason they want to return to their homes, even though their homes have been destroyed, is because that's where they're from. That's where they were born and raised. That's where they have lived for generations.
Look how sick these people are. Blatant. They stage a coup on the prime minister of motherfucking Israel's birthday. They stage a coup on his birthday. And then stage it for a couple years. Then they level the shit. They bombed the motherfucker to motherfucking Beirut to beyond recognition. They bombed the shit beyond recognition, and then they come up with a strategy to take it over. That was the whole strategy from the jump. That's why they bombed it. That's why they made it look like that. And then Trump That shit is that right there is mad insensitive. Oh man, it looks like hell anyway. Oh man, bro, you sound wild saying that, dude. That's wild. You're no different from these motherfucking other colonizers. You're no different from like these other people, bro. You're no different. And that goes to show that the length of any of these motherfucking presidents or whoever in this will go through in this country to get what they want, or to, you know what I'm saying, reach their political game.
Like Israel, which was created in 1948 by European settler colonialists. They are not indigenous to the region. Netanyahu is a good example. Netanyahu is an American.
Bam! Bam! American. This is an actor right here.
He had U.S. citizenship twice.
Bam! American yearbook, anybody? American, bro. Pennsylvania. Where did this dude come from? How did he get all the way to where he's the prime minister of motherfucking Israel, bro? How? Where did this dude come from, bro? This dude bro. This dude was raised in Pennsylvania, bro. And all of a sudden he's the prime minister of Israel, just like Trenton, no, whatever the fuck his name is. Just like that is what's name's son, right? Not Hugo Chavez. That's Fidel Castro's son. And Fidel Castro was an actor, right? Come on, man. And Fidel Castro was a CIA agent. So was Hugo Chavez. You don't think Trenton, whatever his name, you don't think he's an agent? We don't think, man. I don't know. We don't think, man.
Because he had U.S. citizenship, because he was raised in the United States and educated in the United States. He went to high school and college and got his first jobs in the United States. And then he gave up his citizenship to work for the Israeli government. And then he got U.S. citizenship again. And then he gave up his citizenship again. And he became prime minister. So Netanyahu is not indigenous to West Asia. He's an American. Palestinians are indigenous. And yet Trump said,
look at that. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? This dude is such a fraud. He's from America, bro. He's not indigenous to no damn Israel. These people, man, I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Says, oh, well, the only reason they want to live there is because they have no alternative. So we can just send them to another country where they're not from, their family's not from. It's like saying French people, oh, they can all just move to Bulgaria. We don't care. They have nothing to do with Bulgaria. They've never been there. Exactly. They should all just move to Bulgaria because, they're all European. And then, we can take over French real estate and get really rich. This is exactly what the U.S. is trying to do to Palestine. All of this is why Netanyahu referred to Trump in their press conference at the White House as the greatest friend Israel has ever had.
I've said this before. I'll say it again.
Didn't Trump say that about them? About himself?
You are the greatest friend Israel has ever had in the White House.
Netanyahu then heaped praise on Trump, recalling how during his first term, Trump moved the U.S. embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And according to international law, East Jerusalem is occupied territory. This belongs to the Palestinian people, but Israel has been illegally occupying it. Trump ignored international law. He moved the U.S. embassy there.
Ignore international law anyway. Fuck it. I don't know, y'all. Whatever. Let's go.
And Trump also recognized Israel's illegal colonial annexation of Syrian territory in the Golan Heights, which violates international law. And Trump also withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal, which was also written into international law and backed by a UN Security Council resolution. And so Trump blatantly violated international law. And this is why Netanyahu was so happy.
I don't know about that, y'all. That's not cool, man. Whatever, though.
In your first term, you recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital.
That's a lot.
You moved the American embassy there. You recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
Since returning to the White House, Trump also signed an executive order calling to deport foreign students in the U.S. who protest against Israel's crimes against the Palestinian people. which is obviously a flagrant violation of the freedom of speech and freedom of expression.
But let's go back.
Which is so ironic and so hypocritical because Trump and Elon international law, and this is why Netanyahu was so happy.
In your first term, you recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. You moved the American embassy there.
That wasn't even the real capital. Let's go.
You recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
Since returning to the White House, Trump also signed an executive order calling to deport foreign students in the U.S. who protest against Israel's crime.
Bro. You're not issuing them anything to deport them if they protest against America. No, the hell with that. Only Israel. What's up with that, bro? How is that helping America, bro? How is that? I don't know, man. I don't get it, bro. We gonna, but like I just said, there's some things that I like he did. Don't even, but I'm just trying to point this out to you. The news, I'm gonna point out the stuff the news is not gonna point out to you. How about that?
Crimes against the Palestinian people, which is obviously a flagrant violation of the freedom of speech and freedom of expression, which is so ironic and so hypocritical because Trump and Elon Musk, the world's richest man, who is playing a key role in the Trump administration, he moved the U.S. embassy there. And Trump also recognized Israel's illegal colonial annexation of Syrian territory in the Golan Heights, which violates international law. And Trump also withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal, which was also written into international law and backed by a UN Security Council resolution.
Wow.
And so Trump blatantly violated international law. And this is why Netanyahu was so happy.
In your first term, you recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital. You moved the American embassy there. You recognized Israel's sovereignty over the Golan Heights. You withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal.
How was that disastrous, bro? That shit was in international law, bro. Everybody fucking agreed on that shit. Wow, okay. Let's go.
Since returning to the White House, Trump also signed an executive order calling to deport foreign students in the U.S. who protest against Israel's crimes against the Palestinian people, which is obviously a flagrant violation of the freedom of speech and freedom of expression, which is so ironic and so hypocritical because Trump and Elon Musk.
And look, let's keep it real. Censorship has been up. Censorship has been up. Tell me I'm not lying, y'all. Tell me I'm not lying. It seems like censorship it's been even worse under the Trump administration. I'm not lying, dude. You know what's crazy? People will be sending me they'll send me a video and it'll show up as a picture, or they'll send me what's this shit right here. I'm gonna show. Let me see. What does it say on? Let me see. Let me see right here. What the hell? Hold up. Oh, right here. Let me see. Watch. Look. Click to see post. What do you mean? Click? Why don't just show the post? It'll say redirecting, and it should redirect you somewhere else. This shit is censoring you. That means it's censoring. You know what I'm saying? Shadow banning you, like.
Musk, the world's richest man, who is playing a key role in the Trump administration, both of them claim that they're defending free speech. Trump also signed another executive order claiming to defend free speech. But when it comes to Israel, there's no free speech. If you criticize Israeli colonialism and support Palestinian human rights.
Oh, there's no. See, I don't see how motherfuckers fell for it. Oh, yeah, man, he's a patriot, man. Yeah, he's going to do that free speech. He's going to, pro-Second Amendment. I don't see how people fall for it. I just don't get it. All these motherfucking politicians talk that shit, and they backpedal, man. It's just okay. This is the buzzwords and stuff like that. This is what I had to say and do to get into the White House, to get y'all comfortable to vote for me. I'm telling you, man.
The U.S. government will deport you. So this is the so-called solution that the U.S. and Israel have to everything. Simply deport people you don't like. Ethnically cleanse them.
Makes sense.
Trump wants to deport immigrants. He wants to deport people who protest against Israel. And Israel wants to deport and ethnically cleanse, expel Palestinians from.
Y'all see how Israel and America are both on the same tip when it goes down to doing people like that? They're on the same tip. I'm telling you, man.
Their indigenous territory. And this has been admitted openly now by Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz. And he said that he has instructed the IDF to prepare a plan to expel Gazans. Now, of course, the Israeli regime claims this is supposedly voluntary, but it's not voluntary when the other option is being killed by Israel. If your option is so-called voluntary migration or death, then you don't really have an option. They're just going to kill you. It's not a real option. And he claimed insanely, no one actually believes this. If you know anything about Gaza, Israel's defense minister claimed that the people of Gaza should have a right to freedom of movement and migration. This is completely false.
Wow.
Israel has imposed an illegal blockade on Gaza since 2007 for nearly 20 years. Israel controls the airspace, the water, the land crossings, everything in Gaza. And this was before
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know Israel. Oh, I didn't know that. That's fucked up. That's messed up. Damn.
October 2023 attacks. This goes back again nearly 20 years. Israel controls Gaza. It is illegally occupied territory according to international law, which is why even biased Western human rights organizations that are very close to the US government, like Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, even they have admitted that Gaza is an open air prison. And now the so-called solution that the US and Israel have is to simply ethnically cleanse Palestinians, expel them all. And it's not a coincidence that in the process, the Trump family hopes to make a lot of money on this. Now, as I said earlier, I'm not trying to claim that Trump is unique when it comes to Israel. Support for Israel's crimes against the Palestinian people has been totally bipartisan in the United States.
Bam. Both parties, baby. So if Kamala Bammy Harris would have gotten there, it'd have been the same tip. I'm telling y'all. Just like when Biden was just in there, it was the same thing. But he wasn't doing it like Trump, though. He wasn't, oh, man, I'm going to do this. They was sneaky about it. Sneaky.
Biden, the Democrat, bears a lot of responsibility for bringing us to this situation and giving Israel billions of dollars of weapons to destroy Gaza and kill.
Now, if this is war crimes, America should be charged too. America should be charged. Biden and them should be charged too, baby. I'm telling you, that's how it works. Because you're complicit. Just like if somebody, you know what I'm saying, bust and bust somebody with your burner, you gave them the damn gun. So you're going to go down as an accessory, baby. Bam, because you're complicit in it.
Who knows? Probably hundreds of thousands of Palestinians in Gaza.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not just Biden. This goes back as well to Obama and Bush and Clinton and Reagan. The list goes on and on. This is bipartisan.
Look, got a picture with Bush in them. Look at that. Bam. It's been going on, baby. There's nothing new. These presidents all do the same thing. Shout out to Geopolitical Economic Report, man. Shout it out, man. Yo, subscribe to this channel. Geopolitical Economic Report, man. Good channel. All right, I got a couple. I want to go into with these fools making a damn fool of these fools out of themselves. These damn Democrats, the DNC, idiots, right? Let's go into Al Sharpton them first. Let's go into Maxine them, and then we're gonna go into DNC. All right, let's go into these people, man, making a damn fool out of themselves like always. So these people don't do it mean us no good either, though. You know what I'm saying? At least Trump talking about taking down some of these agencies, man. That's good, but Democrats, let me just show you. All right, so okay. Shit, there's like 2 protests. Let's see. All right, look how staged this is. Look how staged. This is all a play. This is all stage, right? We're getting both of them. Let's do the Doge. I'm gonna do both of them. I'm gonna do the Doge and I'm gonna do the Department of Education. Look how staged this looks. Come on, man. This damn video. Everybody cursing now. You notice all these politicians is cursing, right? Trump cursed the other day. Jasmine Crockett cursed on one of the other clips. Now she cursing. Everybody cursing. All these politicians. Look at this dude right here. Look at this cat. Look at this. This dude look like he's squished. This dude look uncomfortable. He look hella uncomfortable. Let's go.
Nobody told you you could be in charge of the payments of this country.
Elon Musk wants everyone in America to be
fake outrage, fake outrage, fake outrage. This is all fake.
Be at the mercy of Elon Musk. We are here to fight back.
And we can.
And they're all, you notice they're all senior citizens, not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I respect my elders, but all these people are fossils. They are super old. Boy, I'll tell you, man. One thing about America, America lets you, and I'm not talking about no from the street type motherfucker. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about within these secret societies, right? They let the thieves and the robbers and the rubber barons and the sneak thieves and all them, they let them get ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's how America works.
We cannot.
They're all sneak thieves and rubber barons and motherfucking and grifters.
Allow Elon Musk and a small group of people to secretly, behind closed doors, take away our privacy, take away our dollars, take away everything we have. We are going to fight this fight. I am going to stand with you in this fight, and we will win. We will win. We will win. We will win.
Wow. Just grifting, man. They don't, it's funny because you didn't hear nothing, but they didn't challenge Biden or Harris when they was in there, though. The Democrats, see, that's all you know is stage. None of these people, they don't challenge, you know what I'm saying? They don't challenge their own when they're in there. Their own party can do no wrong when they're in there. You know what I'm saying? But when the other party get in there, there's so much problems that they have to handle. You know what I'm saying? Challenge. But at the same time, I don't trust Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. And you have these little punk kids over here, you know what I'm saying, having access to the treasury is kind of weird. Are they DEI hires? Nobody asks those questions. But anyway, all right, not this one. All right, let's look how staged this looks, right? Look how staged. Now this is the thing, right? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, right? Okay, now I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't mess with Maxine Waters and other Democrats, but this is my thing. This is how you know this is fake. Who is this guy in security or whatever at the Department of? Who is he to not let them in the building though? I mean, so a regular that shit is open to the public. I'm assuming. So if the Department of Education is open to the public, how is it not open to senators of the United States of Congress? I'm confused. Congress people and senators, so they can't get in. You're not going to let them in? Like, that's fake. That's not how it works. It don't work like that. We're going to block the door for Maxine Waters and Jasmine Crockett. These are United States senators and Congress people, by the way, but still, we're going to no. But at the same time, these people are grifting, and Maxine Waters and them are grifting too, because black kids are failing. Black kids don't. The reading level of a lot of these black kids across the country is crazy. And guess what? A lot of them are getting socially promoted. Where's Maxine Waters in them situations? It was whole 4 years. We just went to a whole 4 years of Biden administration of Democrats in there. What happened? Was Maxine Waters complaining about any of that? No. I don't know, man. I guess.
We're coming in.
Now, look how staged this is.
We're coming in.
Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you, sir? Do you have business here?
Yeah.
I've sent the assistant secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
You can't block the door. This is so staged. You cannot block the door like that. People that common sense here. You cannot, bro. These are, bro. For one, I'm assuming. I think I'm kind of smart. The Department of Education is open to the public. Am I right or fucking wrong? So, and this dude, I mean, he's probably a fucking liar, to grifter too. But what if he did talk to somebody and already said that they were coming? But see, Jasmine Crockett and what's her name? Maxine Waters, this is all a photo op. This is all stage. This is just promotion, publicity for them, for the Democrats. This dude, the guy, the white dude right here that act like he's security, he's in on it too. These people are all in on it. It's a stage. They're acting like there's a problem. And that's what you do. See, drama, violence, and all that bullshit, stupid, ignorant bullshit, that causes controversy. Controversy sells, sex sells, anything that's taboo sells, right? And this is exactly what the realm that this enters, right? Is that. It's actually that. You know what I'm saying? This is controversial right here. This is drama. This is something, you know what I'm saying, we can talk about at work. In the fucking the cafeteria and shit. Let's go.
And what do you do here?
What do you do here?
Security responsibility.
Get out of the way.
For one, this is staged. You don't, for one, Maxine Waters, you don't just see, you just gonna tell somebody right after he announces his name, get out of the way. And he just said he was a security. That's some bullshit. And for two, who are you to just stand in front of the door like this? See, this is all play. Like, this is low-key funny, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how people don't see this. Like, this is bad acting. It really is bad acting. And look, the cameras just happen to be there. Oh, they happen to do it with a bunch of cameras, news cameras. Oh, what a perfect time. They didn't go where there wasn't no cameras in private. They went with a film crew. Okay. To catch all this on camera. Perfect. Let's go.
Your job. We
Let's
pay
go.
you.
Perfect.
We pay you.
We are here. Nobody is accepted.
Members of Congress. You
Wait a
are.
minute. We haven't heard that from the secretary. We haven't heard that from the spokesman.
Y'all honestly, like with y'all common sense, y'all really think that this dude could block Congress people from not going to that building? You really seriously think that? Damn, that's crazy.
You are not the spokesman for the department. You are a security guard.
Can you identify?
Good point. Where is this? That's a good point. Where is the spokesperson? Where is the spokesperson for the department? This is all a play. It's all a play. I see the play. When I seen it the first time, I'm like, oh, this is stage.
Where's your bag? Where's your bag? You don't have any identification. Where's your ID? Where's your ID?
We are not.
It's not good enough.
We are not a threat to security. We're members of Congress, and we want to ask the question.
I mean, I didn't really see it. I guess he showed it, but this is just a play, bro.
We walk into the White House without having to go through magnetometers. This is an outrage. This is an outrage.
I'd like to speak with someone who works here.
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna beat us up if we go in?
I mean, you're gonna,
We want you to
really
move out
serious,
of
bro?
the way.
Steamrolling you.
Get out of the way.
This says all access
Sure
entrance.
that we can't.
Stand
what?
aside, sir.
We're
This says
members of
all
Congress.
access entrance.
Please stand aside, sir.
I'm not standing aside.
Why not?
Because my role is to make sure that.
What authority do you have to block members of Congress from the oversight? We don't have oversight responsibilities. By what authority can you deny members of Congress their oversight role?
If you don't have a business reason to be here,
You do not have authority, sir. You do not have authority. There is no authority for you to deny members of Congress.
No, he's right though. Is he right? He's probably right. Is he right or no? Honestly, can you really, bro? That's just like a cop wanting to go in there and you're not letting them in, dude. The lawmaker, bro. Y'all know Congress is the ones that make the laws, right? Let's go.
The oversight responsibility.
You said a lawmaker can't go in, and that's wild. Let's go.
if you have an appointment and you're on a guest list, we will let you in.
Is what you're saying? Is what you're saying?
Or you have to have an escort.
Let me ask you a
Somebody
question.
come down
Can I ask my question? Are you
Send them
telling
down.
me today that you have to be on a guest list in order to come to the Department of Education?
Either we are informed in advance if somebody's coming, or
Oh, they
You
know
were
we were
informed.
coming.
You were informed of
So-
this.
so-
94 members of Congress,
take you where you're going.
sir,
So I
94
have to
members of
have-
Congress signed a letter asking the acting secretary for a meeting and to answer a simple question. And she's
I'm
apparently
not aware of the meeting.
So you have to be on a guest list to enter the Department of Education.
Members
I
of
just
Congress,
explained
we
you
don't
have
have to
to
be on the
either
guest
be-
list.
On a list in advance.
But this is fake out. So what was their? But my thing is, what was their point of going there? What was their point of going to the Department of Education for? What? What's the point of going there? That's my thing. Where you going there? Because he talking about shutting it down. You want to go there? What was the point? Y'all don't care about health. About health. Y'all don't care about these kids' education, man. I'm sorry, y'all don't. Y'all don't care about these kids' education. Let's just keep it real. I don't know, man. I just think it's just too much bullshit, man. So I'm gonna play, and okay, I'm gonna show the what's the name too in a little while.
To have access, or if you're coming, then you have to let us know who your escort is. I don't know.
That wasn't true last year. Did something change between last year?
That's always been.
No, it hasn't. I've walked into this building multiple times.
Bro, isn't that a public building or no? Bro.
I walked in. We were at least allowed to walk into that lobby, not stopped outside.
Well, it's no difference. I mean, you'd be stopped at the visitors desk.
We're trying to
let's go.
find
doing that in advance.
No.
Why are you doing that?
We're allowed to go to the visitors desk.
And you notice these are the same people that was there at the Dogecoin rally, right? The same group of characters.
Out here.
We're trying to save
members of Congress. These are members of Congress.
We're trying to save your job. You won't have a job if we don't help you. You won't have any place to send your kids.
Maxine Waters, what? All that fear mongering, bro. You don't think this motherfucker get another job somewhere else, bro? Come on, stop it. Maxine Waters, stop it. Motherfucker's a security guard.
We're here speaking
supposedly, stop it.
For a ton of kids from coast to coast that deserve a quality public education.
Bro, man, no, they do. Yeah, they do deserve a quality education. Yeah, get rid of the Department of Education. That's simple. We washed our hands of that shit. Fucking problem solved. Get rid of that bullshit, man. The Department of Education ain't doing nothing for these kids, man. Are you serious? These kids can't read. What has the Department of Education been doing? If the system is not working right, you scrap it. When a motherfucking strategy, a Mackin strategy is not working right, you try a different strategy. If a pickup artist keeps trying to pick up on women, if it's not working, guess what? You got to try a different strategy. It's that simple. I mean, I don't understand why, like, this is not layman's term we're talking here. We're talking about simple shit.
This department should stay open, and we want to share that message.
Working to do that.
Yeah,
we're not so sure. That's why we're
not.
here.
That's what we want to talk to her about.
Last year, we'd be able to walk in and go to that desk.
I mean, the response I got right here, that doesn't sound like,
Sir,
it's not dangerous.
I'm going to stop you right there. No.
Right, let's go to right here.
Allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes, parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault.
I mean, you know what? Look, she's right. But it's all BS because y'all don't care. Y'all doing this because Donald Trump's in there. It's so fake. You're doing it because of a Republican, or actual Democrat, but you're doing it because of Republicans in there right now, right? You're doing this in there because of Republicans in there right now. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. A Republican's in there right now, and y'all trying to save face and trying to see that's all of these parties, man. Get rid of both these parties, man. Get rid of the two-party system straight up. Let's start with that. And see, Trump is full of shit. Oh, we want to just dismantle this whole shit. But y'all not gonna do that though, because you know what I'm saying, you're a part of this shit. It's all bullshit. She's not this. This is not genuine. Oh, we're doing it, advocating on y'all kids, motherfucker. You wasn't saying that shit when the Democrats was in there, man. It's all fake.
Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody stand
All right,
back
man.
and let the camera see.
Let me go on.
They're calling all of these gun-loading people out on us. They're calling them out on us. Look behind this door. Who do you see back there? The doors were open. Do they have guns on them?
She's too old for all this. She's old. And
are they prepared to shoot up?
Maxine Waters needs to go and chill out in a rocking chair, man, and knit something. She needs to knit something. Make a sweater or something. She's tripping. She's tripping. Look at her. Look how old she looks. Look at her. All this drama and just fake. But she's acting though. It's acting. This is acting. Look at her. Look how crazy she looks. She got the wig on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Looking crooked, you know?
We want in. No one says on the door.
All access entrance.
It says all in.
All government buildings.
I'm member of Congress. I'm chair of the Progressive Caucus. I'm vice-ranking member of the Education Committee. And the baseline responsibility of the Congress is to oversee our federal agencies. Each and every one of us have been in this building and through these doors. But of course, as soon as we get word that Elon Musk and Donald Trump want to shut down the Department of Education, suddenly they don't want to let members of Congress in that ask questions. Musk and the Republicans, they say they're supposedly about saving us money, bringing transparency, seeing where the dollars really go. No, they're the ones that lock the doors and make sure that your elected representatives can't even.
I can look at it from that angle too a little bit, but it's all a play. It's all a play. All right, so let's go on. I got let me see, man. So check this out. Look what I just got word of, man. Look what I got. A crisis actor, a casting. Look at this. A casting directive. A casting ad. Job openings for CSPC solutions include security assistant mentors, role players, and independent training contractors. CSPC solutions may also have openings in education services, advisors, military, and crash survivor role players. Crash survivor role players. Interesting. And American Sign Language interpreters. You know, when they be doing those bogus press conferences and they be having them people doing the sign language super fast, right? Job openings, security assistants, mentors, role players, independent training contractors, education services advisors, military and crash supervisor, role players, and American Sign Language interpreters. Indeed, job listings, CSPC solutions can be found on Indeed. Interesting stuff. Now, is this why are these planes crashing? Are these crisis actors? Are these simulations? What's really going on? That's interesting how that ad was in there like that. For crash survivors, military. Guess who handles psyops? The military. Oh, come on now. All right, Shaq, send me this real quick, man. What is this?
We don't need their lumber. We have massive fields of lumber. We basically protect Canada, but we can't do it forever.
2 hours later.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American.
I thought you would like them,
A
Frank.
few moments later.
Canadian food companies are moving production to the U.S. Trump's 25% tariffs on Canadian imports. Canadian food companies say that they can't afford to stay.
What'd you think about that shit I was just talking about, man? What'd you think about that other shit about him and Gaza and shit? Like what we were talking about earlier, I think he's just an actor, dude. And
I don't.
You see,
You know me, Frank. I don't speak on Gaza. I don't speak on that Gaza shit. That ain't none of my business. I don't speak on it. We got too much going on in America. I don't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know what's going on over there. All I know is they could be lying to us. I don't know. Can't see.
But I was saying at the same time, they're putting that out there, and it's just like they're putting stuff out there that's probably couldn't even really happen though. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like them motherfuckers for one, they're not gonna take Palestinians in like that in these other places. For two, you can't just send 1 million, 2 million people to another place like that. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're just throwing this shit out there. But you can tell that's what they've been wanting to do from the start because they made that war on
I couldn't tell you what a Palestinian allegedly looked like. I couldn't tell you it. I don't know what they look like.
But see, that's my thing. I've been saying that. I mean, I know they're like, you know, since they're foreign. I mean, since they're in the federal government, I know they deal with foreign policy, but that shit, it's just too based on foreign policy right now. And then that's what they do. They do all that shit. They get rich off this shit. They get rich off these donors. They get rich off these Saudi Arabian motherfuckers investing, giving them money to invest in. You know what I'm saying? They get rich off all this shit. So I see why they push all this foreign policy shit. It's always mineral resources to steal somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're not gonna focus on this country. I mean, I'm seeing him gut up the he's talking about supposedly, but see, I think it would have to take Congress though to wipe up the three-letter agency. I know he wrote that thing that was good with the transgender. I mean, with the men and women's sports, the Department of Education. I know you're talking about getting rid of that, which is good. Because these kids is failing, but like I said, you gut this thing, you do this, you take this away, you got to have some kind of solution. I think you got to replace that shit with something. In my opinion, what educational plan does he have? You know what I'm saying? I want to see if you want to. You know what I'm saying? What's the solutions now? You know what I'm saying? What's the here on now? You see what I'm saying? Because these people getting their emotions and their feelings when Trump did this, yeah, you know, but it's just like. Or Biden did this, yay! But it's just like, okay, what's the solution? What are they going to replace this with? From here on out, what's going to be the new, you know what I'm saying, procedure? You feel me? Just like Maxine Waters, the clip I just played, the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, that was so ingenuine, man, going to that Department of Education and shit, talking all that shit, you know, knowing that these black kids in this country are failing. Knowing that a lot of them can't read, not even just black kids period. Really means so black kids though, especially in these poverty restriction communities. And plus, we all know that funding be going by area code anyway. See, that's another setup. You know what I'm saying? You know, a school in Beverly Hills is gonna get way more funding than the school in Compton. A school in South Central is gonna get way more less funding than the school in Beverly Hills. And guess what? A school in South Central is not even that far away from Beverly Hills. How about that? So it's really interesting how this stuff is. So, you know, Maxine Waters going over there trolling, tricking, trolling, scamming, scheming, grifting, you know what I'm saying? Really staged, like shit, that shit was all fake. Shaq, did you see the play? You see that, Shaq, that play? How Maxine Waters went over there in front of the Department of Education? You see that shit? Jack. Yo. Hold up. Let me see. All right, let me see. All right. So
Damn, why is this?
did you see that Maxine Waters number? That shit was so fake, bro. That shit was so scripted. Dude was acting like he wasn't in to let him in, and like, oh, we gotta let us in. It's like, dude, this shit. Like, why now all of a sudden y'all care about these kids now that are Republicans in there, or so-called Republicans in there? That right there let me know that the shit is all bullshit. They wasn't saying nothing like this or nothing about this when the Democrats, because guess what? Shaq, when Biden was in there, guess what? Kids were still failing. The kids still didn't know how to read.
Well, that administration definitely put the kids behind because with that, they kind of pushed that, what they call it? And what they call it? I can't think of the name of it. But they lowered a lot of the standards for us, like to say, education-wise. So these kids these next two generations gonna be behind like a motherfucker.
And they be like socially promoting these kids too.
Huh?
So they be socially promoting kids and doing all types of shit like that, knowing that they can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the qualifications and, you know, a lot of these ones don't even know how to write in cursive, dog.
Right.
They don't know how to write in cursive. Shit, so then, like I said, in certain states and stuff, they had lowered the They lowered the grade where the grading system.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody automatically get a 50% or 6%. Like, whoa, what? What is you doing?
Right. Doing that on purpose, knowing that that's what that's gonna do.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you know
But
what?
see, that's because it's designed. They just want workers. They don't want no thinking, critical thinking people. They just want motherfuckers that's just gonna go to work their whole life to them, not even have a retirement or nothing. Just work 70, 80 years on the goddamn job. And they were talking about raising. They were talking about raising the age of retirement and all that.
Wow.
Why are you gonna raise the age of retirement when?
It's great, weird like that.
To me, retirement age should be 55 in the United States of America.
Well, yeah, 55. Well, something.
It should be 55 because of all the strain and stress that they put on people to work for these companies and stuff for crumbs. You get they trying to do away unions and stuff. They just really doing the people dirty, bro. And y'all force people up in the early 50s and stuff to go to college. Oh, go to college, get all this damn certification degrees and shit, and then you go in the workforce and try to work and get and try to get the income to pay for the education that you win and all the money you spent on it, and it don't add up.
Right.
Motherfuckers in school debt, student loan debt. You working with somebody, they ain't paying you what you worth, plus you in student loan debt. Come on, man.
Right, facts. That's true.
Come on. What's the setup?
It's a super setup.
Most millionaires, billionaires ain't never went to no damn school. They ain't graduated from no goddamn college.
You ain't never lied about that. You got that right, sure. And then they know that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, though. And see, it so that lets you know there wasn't no damn merit, right? Where did merit come in with that? Merit did not come in with that, did it, Shaq?
Man, that shit was quid pro quo, nigga. Who you know?
Facts. That's how
Who
it
you
is.
know?
That's exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it is. You know,
Plus,
so
they didn't pay no taxes. So if you ain't paying, like I keep saying, if you ain't got to pay taxes, paying taxes like they tax people on everything, yeah, you can grow wealth. I can grow some wealth if I'm not taxed because I can save it. Even your money in their bank, they tax it.
That's so fucking.
You got to pay tax to get your own money out. The money that you put in their bank, you got to pay money to get it out. Motherfuckers are smooth criminals, bro. That's a smooth criminal, bro. That'd be just like, you steal somebody's house, right? You paying the rent, right? And you say, okay, well, man, I'm getting ready to move. They charge you for moving out of the crib. I'm moving out. They charge you for moving your stuff out the house. Damn. The smooth criminals, man. Smooth criminals, dog. The people talking about these tariffs, bro. Tariffs is the way. That's the way of business, man. I don't know why people tripping. Everybody pay tariffs. You think America ain't paying tariffs to these other countries, bro? Come on, man. Just because they ain't telling you about it, don't mean it ain't happening. So in exchange for not paying the tariff, you know what they do? They allow them to come in and build businesses inside of the United States of America. It's a business. You doing business, man, you gotta put your goddamn heart in your back pocket. You gotta put your heart in your back pocket, man. Gotta get the business done. It's gotta be that's why you sit down and delegate and come to agreements. And like you said, most motherfuckers, they can't come to agreement, they go to war. They go to war. If they can't come to agreement, they go to war. So I mean, you know. These other countries been getting scot-free. They built their wealth off not paying American tax tariffs, United States tariffs. Shit. They built their wealth off that. being able to, like I said, manufacture, distribute, produce a lot of stuff and import it into the United States. But they, you know how much they paying their people? They ain't paying their people jack over there in these third world countries, bro. Them people ain't getting paid nothing. Nothing. But they working like goddamn on sweatshops. So in business, you can't keep up with that type of production if you got people, you got a company, corporation, well, that ain't paying the people, but they getting massive production. You can't compete with that. So these Fortune 500 companies, all these mothers gonna take business overseas because they ain't got to pay. But there ain't no labor laws over these third world countries. Ain't no ethnicity codes or nothing. They work the shit out of them. You can't compete with that. Somebody just dog work the heck out of somebody. We're getting 99% of the profit. That's the other part they're not talking about. They just talk about the sweatshops with China. Bro, America got sweatshops all over the world, bro. Working hell out these people. They even sometimes have civilian type job where some American citizen people go over to these other countries and get and work some of those jobs too. They go over there and train. Now they're probably just like they bring someone over here and put them in certain areas and give them a high raise, high salary. They do the same thing when they send some of our greats over there to these other countries and stuff and train them people. They be in the upper management training. They get paid 6-figure salaries, but over there it's tax it's tax free.
You see that?
It's tax free, so they hire some people to go over there and work, build up, like you said, the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
They'll call them third world country, but shit, nigga. We got in a lot of instances, it's not as greedy. A lot of those places aren't as greedy. Some of those places are hungry. Some of those places don't do their own people. Like look at that. Oh, you would think that this place is a third world country. How they, you know what I'm saying? How they tax and this, like how they do their own people. It's like, bro, the land of the free, nigga. With censorship up the ass. How are motherfuckers really free? Right, you know what I'm saying? If you really think about it.
Go ask some of them people in Alabama and Mississippi and Arkansas if they motherfuckers sit if they town look like a third world country. Shit. Huh?
Right.
No jobs at all. I mean, you know.
Right. You ain't lying.
Come on, man.
I was just in Alabama. You ain't lying, bro. That's so true. Yeah, there be a lot of be right. Some places they be bad, bro. And you know, you're right. These conditions of these places, it's like, where these Democrats at, man? You know, they talk about see, and that lets you know all this where Maxine Waters them just pop up out the blue like that. That just show you how disingenuous these motherfuckers are. Off top. That just goes to show that these motherfuckers ain't, you know. They're showing you. They're telling you, right? That's all you need to know. So look, Shaq, check this out, bro. Check this out right here. Look at how ridiculous these this is what the Democrat National Convention is focused on right now. Look what these clowns. Look at how weird this is, bro. So fair use, all right? Did my banner still up? All right. Let me play this real quick.
Organization.
Rules specify that when we have a gender non-binary candidate or officer, the non-binary individual is counted as neither male nor female, and the remaining 6 offices must be gender balanced. With the results of the previous 4 elections, our elected officers are currently 2 male and 2 female. In order to be gender balanced, we must elect 1 male, 1 female, and 1 person of any gender. So again, This is what we have to do for this vice chair race. We have to elect one male, one female, and one person of any gender. To ensure our process accounts for male, female, and non-binary candidates, we conferred with our RBC co-chair, our LGBT caucus co-chair, and others to ensure that the process is inclusive and meets the gender balance requirements in our rules.
LBG, they got a caucus.
To do this, our process will be slightly
They got a
different than
caucus.
the one outlined to you earlier this week.
You think the LGBT caucus don't do nothing for their people? Hell no.
But I hope you will see that in practice, it is simple and transparent. The order of balloting is designed to ensure equal access to the ballot, regardless of gender identity. As we must elect a candidate of any gender as well as one male and one female vice chair, we will first ask members to elect a candidate of any gender on the first ballot. Any candidate, male, female, and non-binary, can be elected on that ballot. After a candidate is elected on the first ballot, we'll have one officer of the three. So then we will know which position is filled of the one male, one female, and one vice chair of any gender. Our second ballot would also be for a candidate of any gender. Then our third ballot will be the third position that is remaining based on the two results. Either a male candidate if a candidate that is not male has not been elected, or a female candidate if a female has not been elected.
The confused diatribe was mocked relentlessly by online commentators, with this person saying, DNC chair gets confused by his own party's rules for their gender balance provisions, has to hand over the mic to someone else who also can't explain it during leadership voting. This is absolutely insane. This party has learnt nothing. And this person agreed, saying, I was 40 minutes into the strangest SNL skit I had ever seen before I realized I was watching the DNC leadership elections. The DNC was blasted for making every aspect of the event about gender, race, and sexuality.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
All right, man. I just wanted to play that clip. I already know Scott News be on. Scott News be on it. They be on that bullshit too, though, man. I don't really. The only reason why I played it because I knew I seen somebody else played it and they got it from Scott News. But that is ridiculous, man. That's pandering, man. It's identity politics. I'm not, the Democrats. That's weird. Y'all want to do all that stuff. Y'all focusing on these stupid, just stuff that has nothing to do with anything. These policies that only hit only a certain small demographic. You're not focused on the 50-something plus million black people. You know what I'm saying? What we got going on. That lets you know that with your agendas that I'm good. But that's funny as hell. That just goes to show they haven't learned nothing. They just, their last candidate just got mollywopped in the last election. So they still haven't learned that. It's funny. So all right, so let me play this real quick. They talk about American lady gets arrested for burning an American flag. So let's go. Oh, my bad. A woman arrested after taking down a U.S. flag. Okay, let's go. Let's play this.
Tonight with your 17 Crime Watch, a local woman under arrest this hour accused of tearing down the American flag at Hart Park and raising the national flag of Mexico in its place. The arrest caught on camera.
You're not going to tell me what to do. This is Mexican land.
Oh, okay.
Look at that flag, because that flag isn't on the floor, is it?
Hey.
Is it?
Hey.
You can't say I'm disrespecting. No, esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra.
Come here.
Okay, my people kill you.
Turn around.
I'm going in peace and you're hurting me and you're going to regret it when you... Okay. Touch me, my... when your kids die. When your kids die. You're squishing my hand and they already know.
Is this a skit?
Don't take me. Take me. Take me. Take me.
Take her down.
Take me.
She's on the ground. She's all right. We'll get her. All this happening this morning around 9:30. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says 24-year-old Crystal.
Here Hit us with the 930.
Aguilar cut the chain securing the flagpole at
930, that's the 12, you know what I'm saying? That 12, that 1-3, baby. Is that 33? I don't know.
the entrance to the park, removed the American flag, threw it into the mud, and replaced it with the flag of
How was she able to do that?
Mexico. When park rangers attempted
How
to
did she take that down like when it was way up
detain
there?
Aguilar, she responded with a slew of threats. She was taken into custody and booked into jail on several charges, including threatening a peace officer, vandalism, and resisting arrest.
Yeah, you notice you see this right after the protests. See these a lot of these events, man. You gotta, I'm telling you, man. And the news make it. The news is in on that shit too. All right, so I'm gonna play this real quick. Look at this right here. I mean, I get these stories. I'm like, look how okay. Look, yo, y'all see it? Hold up. Let me play this, man. Y'all wild, man. Hold up. Neighbors chase down alleged arsonist in Chadwick. Alleged. Are these videos real? What do y'all think? Hold up. Let's play this.
Video here showing us the moments a group of neighbors chased down a man they say was starting a fire along Woolsey Canyon Road north of Chatsworth. These images captured on dash cam video. A group of neighbors called 911 and then chased this man, eventually pinning him on the ground until LA County Sheriff's deputies could get there. Fire crews were able to put out the small brush fire. Deputies say the 41-year-old man is now being held on suspicion of felony arson and will appear before a judge later this week.
Bro.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC.
They're talking about suspicion. That's what they tried him. Yo, I thought y'all just put out a brush fire. These stories, man. All right, so I got a couple more down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, y'all. I got a couple more, man. Let me see. They start changing. That shit look fake too. All right, so well, I'm not going. You gonna hear why you gonna hear? Look up. I see why y'all tune into my channel, man. Because you gonna get stories.
I am black up in your face again.
Shout out to Mad Black TV. Check him out. Check him out. This dude is funny. He's sarcastic. This dude is more sarcastic than me. When the sarcastic hit different, that shit make it extra funny. But yeah, shout out to Mad Black. Check out his channel. Fair use 1976 under the Copyright Act under Section 107. Allowance is made for me to report on this for commentary and educational purposes. All right, so let's go.
And with some more pro-black commentary. So to borrow a quote from Professor Black Truth, I can say it has happened again. We have another white female teacher who has been molesting and taking advantage of one of her young students. And this one has gone the extra mile because she has gotten pregnant and had a baby by this young boy. And the woman's name here, let me look up her name. Her name is Laura R. Caron. So this happened in Middle Township in New Jersey, and I know where that is because we used to compete against their schools on my different sports teams that I was a member of. And she was a 5th grade teacher at the elementary school, and she wound up messing around with one of her students and getting pregnant.
11 years old, bro.
Now, there are some specific things in this case that make this story even stranger than
bro. Shaq, man, bro, come on, man. This is wild, bro. What the fuck? But see, this is my thing. I mean, were these people molested, or is it a fetish, or or they don't, you know, because you know these modern women are so fucking scandalous and retarded to the point where they can't keep a man and can't get a real man anyway. So is it because they can't get a man because they're so stupid and they latch on these stupid ass mainstream dumb leftist ideology and labels? I don't know. They're so independent that they don't need a man, but they need a boy. I don't know. I just confused. Or maybe they mess with little boys because it's kind of like the same thing of messing with somebody that just gets out of prison because you have the control. I don't know. Let's go. My bad. Let me play the video. Let me shut up.
Your average teacher molesting her young student stories that I normally do on this channel. There are some things that make the story very unique, but I'm thinking, I might save that for my Patreon to talk about because there's some details that I probably can't even discuss here on YouTube. The only thing I will say is how this story broke in the first place was this teacher, Laura, she was posting pictures of her newborn child, right, on social media, on like places like Facebook. And the father of the young boy that she molested saw this picture and said, "Hey, that baby looks like my son." So that's how this story broke in the first place, right? This is how this got the ball rolling, and this is what, you know, how she eventually wound up getting caught, because I guess she had been messing with this boy for at least a few years. Like I believe he's 13 now, but their quote unquote relationship started when he was like 11, and you know, just the fact that you got a grown woman like this messing with an 11-year-old, the same thing that I would normally say should happen to a male who molests a young girl or a child is what should happen to her. I hope she goes to prison and she meets up with some of these female inmates, and I want to be known that she was messing with a child. Okay, so you know, while I'll get into the details of this story a little bit more on the Patreon, but what I want to say here is, you know, this is not something new. That's the sad part, and even stranger part, in the fact that this is not something new. This is not something that we've never heard of before. Okay, we all remember when I was younger, and for those who are around my age, you remember the whole story of Mary Kay Letourneau.
I remember that, bro. The little Samoan boy, bro. Whatever he was, Tongan, Samoan, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
No, and how she got pregnant by her student that she was molesting.
Oh,
right. She left her husband.
Damn, she left her. Well, you know what, man? I don't think people, you see, this is not right. You know what I'm saying? Because people aren't really shedding light on stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. Bro, she left her husband? For that little ass boy, bro?
To be with this damn student, and they wound up getting like having more kids and getting married and everything else.
Yeah.
That story became so big that they almost tried to make it seem like it was something romantic, right? The media tried to make it seem
Yo, wait up. Hey, Shaq, where you at, man? Oh, shit, bro. That dude was sarcastic, bro. He's stupid. They did try to make it seem like that. Come on, man. Shaq, you still there, man? Dude, what the fuck? Bro, they got to be kidding me, man. Shaq, you still there? Damn, they did try to make that shit seem romantic, bro. What the fuck? Come on, man. Damn, he said romantic. Dude, look at that. Shaq, but it's somebody white. I get it. It's somebody white. You have to do it like that. It's the narrative. You can't mess up the narrative. When somebody white's involved, you have to make it, no matter what, if it's some bullshit, if it's sodomy, whatever, it don't matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's somebody white, you got to protect that narrative. The media is going to have backed them up 100%. You see what I'm saying? They can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shaq. Joe, you still there or what? This shit is burnt out, bro. Damn, bro. What do y'all think about this? Damn, they trying to make that shit romantic, dude. I'm gonna have to do a video about this tomorrow, dude. I'm gonna have to do a separate video. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a separate video about this one tomorrow, man. Yeah. A whole like 20-minute video, man. This is not good.
Seemed like it was like forbidden love that was romantic. They made a movie about this woman.
They did? She read a movie, bro. Damn, doing the weather. See, that's the media. That's the media. The media could have trashed this woman if they wanted to. The media could have humiliated her. They could have made it to where she can't never get a job ever, anywhere, ever again. You know what I'm saying? They made that shit romantic. They let this. They put her in a good light. The situation. Damn. Yo. Bro.
Right? And they almost like romanticize their whole situation. And you know, this type of sick behavior.
It's sick, bro. Super sick. What's wrong with? I don't know, man.
Has kept going over the years. There have been several.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Like it's a fucking romantic novel, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's some shit on Lifetime or something. You know what I mean? A Hallmark card or something.
Several stories out there.
I don't know.
Of female teachers messing with young boys and getting pregnant by these young boys. Like there's a very recent story that happened here in Tennessee. What's the woman's name? Alyssa McCommons, where she was molesting the boy, had his baby, and then was trying to, you know, tell him to, you know, just keep this a secret. Don't tell anybody, right? And I'll keep it a secret that this is your baby, right? And she wound up getting caught on the phone and wound up getting arrested again. Because, you know, if that's his child, then that means you molested him and your ass is going to jail. So her ass is locked up now, right?
Damn, and they're all white. Damn.
Right? So this is not something new. This is something that has happened before. There's other women out there who have gotten pregnant by their students. And let's say this, I don't think you should blame those boys for that. I don't know who would, but I'm sure there's some ignorant people out there that will blame these boys or try to treat this as the same type of situation as, you know, a man should take responsibility for his child or whatever. But that's a messed up situation to be in, right? You're a young boy, you have no sexual experience whatsoever, and this adult is taking advantage of you and having unprotected sex with you. That's horrible, right? That's just as
like a little Mexican, bro. You got the Mexican now. We got the Maria over here. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the white ones doing it. I don't really see. I've heard, I think, a couple of cases. You don't really see the black teachers doing no shit. Like, you don't really see. Bro, come on, man. It's like the white girls doing that. What's up with that? And the Mexican, I guess she looked Mexican. She looked, I don't know, some kind of Latina. I don't know. I don't want to be politically correct. Latinx, we'll call them that. So, I mean, what's up with these white girls? Dude, I don't know, dude. What is up with the mainstream media? Is not talking. Nobody's really talking about this shit.
As bad as an older man having sex with a young girl and getting her pregnant.
Do they get is this a fetish, or why are they messing with these little boys? I mean, they can't get a lot of them can't get a man their age because the men they see these bras for how stupid they really are, and they see past through because they see that a lot of these bras are just a female is just a sex. These bras nowadays, they're just sexual. What it is. They want to be with a dude, but still want to have a gang. They want to have attention from everybody else. So there is no relationship. In these shows in Atlanta Housewives, what's the other one? Real Basketball Wives, the other one, Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, the other one, Love and Hip Hop, the most stupidest shows I've ever seen in my life. I've been stopped those shows. I've been stopped watching those shows. They're fucking stupid. I just got tired of watching bras throw drinks at each other all day on fucking. I got tired of it. I'm like, this shit is some bullshit. And it's funny. It's funny in the hood. You don't even see that much shit go down in the hood on the daily basis. Fucking every episode, all the time like that. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, this is bullshit. Motherfucker throwing drinks and shit on each other all the time. Like, what the fuck? And then what's the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Most of them bras don't even be housewives, dude. They don't even be married. A lot of them, man. That shit is just conditioning and shit. A lot of that shit is, you know what I'm saying? That shit is condition you not to be in a healthy relationship. It's condition you not to want a man. How do you listen to other broads and shit, dude? Like these bitches, some of these bitches are millionaires. Like you can't relate to none of these bitches. You don't got money. Like I don't know. I mean, it's not about money, but I'm just saying, it's like for them you to have that boss, a broad mentality. I'm a boss, bitch. I'm a diva. To have that kind of mentality, you actually have to be a boss, or not that mentality, but you know, I know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just counterproductive. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They tell you how to act in a relationship, but a lot of them broads be broke or not broke, but a lot of them be single. So how can a single broad tell you? I don't know. Let's go. I don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. A broad that can't keep a relationship. Excuse me. Just because you're single don't mean nothing. But just how can a female that can't keep a relationship tell you how to be in one? I don't know. Let's go.
Pregnant. To me, this is the same type of situation. They're both terrible, and it's horrible on the adults end. The fact that they would do something like that, and not only mess up the mind of this child that you're assaulting, but also you're messing up the child that you're having, right? The fact that you're giving birth to a child's baby. That it sounds even weird for me saying that. You're messing that child up. You see, the fact that they're born of that type of sexual encounter. I can't even call it a relationship. It's an encounter that is all the way wrong, right?
Wow, dude.
So, when I see things like this, and I see that this is behavior that's repeated over and over again, I have to ask: can this be considered part of white female culture, right? Because you see, when it comes to a lot of content creators on social media, they'll often say that when they see certain things that a black person does or a group of black people do,
all of them,
then that must mean this is part of black culture.
You notice that?
I remember seeing this one ridiculous video that this buffoon made, where he said that the reason that black people are doing so bad economically, and the reason black people fall behind when it comes to money, is because black people throw parties for black criminals when they get out of prison. Like two things that have no correlation whatsoever.
Bro,
he made it seem like that's the reason why black people are behind economically is because we all celebrate criminals when they come out of prison. Now, not only is that just absolutely not true, but it was one of the most ridiculous things I had ever seen. And he was saying that like it was the honest to God truth on his channel. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you'll have some of these content creators, whether they be black, white, or whoever, who will make these super leaps and bounds of logic to damn and demean black people and say, well, this is a black cultural problem. You guys not having fathers, or you people not valuing education, or you people committing crimes, whatever. Like that's all part of your culture, right? So I would have to hypothesize that if there are several white women through several decades who are getting pregnant by their underage students, that this must be part of their culture. This must be something that they're used to doing, right? Because like I said, it keeps happening. The fact that it keeps happening through, different time periods, that the fact that it keeps happening in different states, this must be part of their culture. Like I did an exclusive video on my Patreon where I talked about a woman who, she wasn't even a teacher, she was the lunch lady, and she was molesting the boys at the school.
That's foul,
right?
bro, that's foul.
And there are several other ones, and it seems like the boys keep getting younger and younger. As soon as they're able to get an erection, these women are hopping on them, right? And it's disturbing that happens. So this must be a part of their culture, the fact that this keeps happening, And it doesn't seem like the media scrutiny or the, how do I want to say it, the law enforcement part of it, like them getting arrested and put out there in mugshots and whatnot, this doesn't seem to be deterring them from doing it. So it has to be part of the culture. And think about this. These are only the women who got caught, right? There's so many of them out there, but these are only the women who got caught. There are several other ones out there that don't get publicized, or who haven't been caught, right? Or it's not sensational enough to be put in the mass media. Because some of these women, I've noticed that when they post these stories about them, they'll always post these pictures of them all made up, or they're always smiling, or they're trying to make them look like they're attractive or whatever, right? But there are women out there, I guess, who are not attractive enough, who can't, don't have that.
He ain't never lied about
made up
He never lied
Becky
about that,
look.
bro.
So
I was thinking that too. They're always trying to make them look made up, and like they do, like try to like have motherfuckers romanticize about them, dude. You romanticizing them. Facts. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, I agree. Damn, bro. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
So,
Shaq, you hear that? Shaq, you still on? Damn, he said it. Damn.
They're not the ones getting put in these stories, but that happens too. Doesn't matter what you look like, right? You can still be molested, but a lot of these women aren't really attractive anyway. In my opinion, a lot of them just have pounds and pounds of makeup on. Even if you see this woman here, Miss Laura, you can see that how she really looks. When she has the mugshot, that's how she really looks. Or the woman, what's her name, McCommons, the difference between her with makeup on and makeup off is very stark and startling. So you people can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I would love to hear your opinions on this. Anyway,
hold up.
Mad Black, and I will be back on my foot on Devil's. She really looks, when she has the mugshot, that's how she really looks. Or the woman,
bro, that look like Honey Boo Boo's sister, bro. Like an older version of Honey Boo Boo and shit, dude. Damn, she look way different without that makeup, bro. She look all light, and it make her look a little like lighter too. I mean, a little like darker light. Bro. The news is crazy. News media is something else, bro. The news media is something else, dude. These motherfuckers is in on it, man.
And what's her name, McCommons, the difference between her with makeup on and makeup off is very stark and startling. So you people can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I would love to hear your opinions on this. Anyway,
these women are sick, man. Let's see. There's no, just like the black identity, hit us with the black identity streaming. Where's the description for these white women molesters, bro? These white women teachers, man. Seriously, messing with these boys and these kids. All right, look. I already put the fake beef on. All right. This is the last video, man. I'm about to get my butt off here, man. So let's get into the fake beef. The fake beef, baby. Hold up. Where's it at? We got Gavin Newsom and Trump met up last week.
Live NFL games all season long on a variety of networks and NFL.
Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's been a very busy trip for you here in Washington. So you spoke to President Trump for more than an hour.
Yeah.
Tell us about that meeting. How did it go?
He was very gracious to accept the meeting in very short order. We extended an open hand. I've said this often, not a closed fist, and reestablished a partnership and relationship to this fire, to the emergency that's still at hand as it relates to toxic materials that need to be cleaned up, to debris removal, to people, thousands and thousands of families whose lives have been torn asunder. And so it was incredibly productive.
Did you get any commitments from him for aid?
Broad strokes, not specific commitments, but broad strokes. And I have just all the confidence in the world that it's going to be a strong partnership moving forward. Look, cameras have moved on, and the devastation now is truly being absorbed. It's been.
Cameras have moved on. What does that mean? Broad strokes. What does that mean? Very, very just. I don't know, bro. Very broad and ambiguous. Very broad and ambiguous. Broad strokes. What is that supposed to mean? Let's go.
And it's remarkable. As you said, it's just been a month. And people are just coming to grips with the trauma of their lives being completely destroyed, memories, memorabilia, generational homes. And so we're trying to do everything we can to distill a sense of well-being. And it's critical that the relationship between the President of the United States and the state of California remain strong and firm in our resolve to fix this.
And we will continue to cover the wildfires and the aftermath and everything on this show. I can assure you of that. You have also been on the Hill meeting with lawmakers. President Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson suggested that conditions should be attached to any wildfire aid for California, with Johnson claiming state and local leaders were derelict in their duties. Was that discussed during your meetings? And where does that stand, if so, with getting aid in exchange for conditions being met?
It wasn't discussed, and I hope we can move beyond that. Look, I understand the foundational conditions. I think that exists with most things that Congress does in the relationship between states. The states' relationships with cities, there's conditions attached. But some of the conditions that were being bandied about just seem to be, for me, a little bit of noise, a little bit political. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. The president was at a prayer breakfast this morning. I remember Father Cause telling me, we're many parts, but one body. When one part suffers, we all suffer. This notion that we're all in this together. We're in there, take care of the folks in Louisiana, in the Speaker's District. We're here for the folks in North Carolina, Californians, that is.
See, notice he pointed out all the places North Carolina had got hit with the tornado or the hurricane. What's the name with the mass shooting? So you trying to connect these events? What are you trying to tell us, Gavin Newsom? Newsom?
Georgia, people have been impacted by disasters and emergency, and the American spirit is to lend a hand and provide that support. And I expect that will happen for California.
As you know, that President Trump has pressed for California requiring voter ID and changing to the water system.
What does any of this have to do with anything, dude? What does any of this have to do with the fire, bro? What does that have to do with voter ID? Let's go.
Did that come up with your meeting with him?
We talked about both. Yeah.
You talked about both, and did you say you would?
Ongoing conversation for over. I mean, I feel like I told the president when he was on the tarmac last week in Los Angeles. I said we're picking up on the last conversation we had around water 4.5 years prior. So I will say this, he's very focused on that issue. He certainly targeted some of that in terms of some of the actions he took by executive order.
2 billion gallons of water.
And so we had and that's why it was an extended conversation.
What I like about this is Fox 26, but girls grilling. I like that.
I didn't even know people knew how long the conversation was, but it was an extended conversation. And so it was spirited. And look, and it's exactly.
Spirited how so? Bring us into that.
Because it was an engaging conversation. You know what it was? It was a two-way conversation. And that's what it should be. I mean, just different points of view, expressing a different understanding of the nuances on the ground, but an appreciation to get something done.
Did you tell them the 2 billion gallons of water didn't help with the wildfire?
I think it's been well covered.
Okay.
Understood. But I kept going back. It wasn't about focusing on the disagreements. It was about focusing on what we have in common. What we have in common is a desire to support the people of LA and also recognize that in 2028, we've got the Olympics coming to Southern California. We have an opportunity of a lifetime in the next 3 years to do something extraordinary. And I will say this is.
What does that mean? Does that mean they're going to rebuild? What does that mean? Are they going to displace people? What does that mean? Pay attention. Keep talking about the Olympics.
True. And it's factual. And you got to call balls and strikes. Lee Zeldin is doing an amazing job. He's on the ground today in Los Angeles. They are moving the first phase of the debris removal at record pace. And I think it's that mindset that we brought to the meeting and the mindset that came out of that meeting. The president wants to do something that's never been done, and that is address this crisis with a degree of sophistication and focus to get the job done and get people's lives.
This is how I move forward with Purdue Global. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Back.
Your relationship with Trump certainly has been interesting over the years. It seems to have taken a more positive turn lately. I mean, he recently called you Newscom.
And not just recently. He's been doing that for years.
See how this is staged? Watch. Stage, watch. I'm glad she brought that up. Watch.
Years.
Did he
yeah.
say it in the Oval Office yesterday?
Yeah, we had some fun with that. Look,
Okay. So tell us about this.
Stage, fake beef, fake. You know what I'm saying?
How much of your positive turn, I have to ask this because this is what people are wondering, has to do with the fact you need aid.
but it's
for your
not even
state.
that. We had this relationship.
You see how they edited that?
It's, I will say, one of the
just edit that part.
More, I'll leave it to more objective minds, but it's one of the more interesting relationships in politics because we had this relationship going back during COVID.
Stage, fake beef. I'm glad he brought that up. This is all fake, man. These people do not really beef like that. It's all fake. It's just they shock value. Trump talks some shit, says some shit about this dude. It gets ratings, it gets likes. These MAGA idiots, they love it. They eat it up. The press eats it up. It's shock value. It's more ratings. Come on, man. Everybody benefits from it.
I mean, we were involved in 100 lawsuits going back and forth. I mean, you could look at the tweets back then, calling me a clown, the worst governor, and yet we were still working together.
What does that tell y'all? Would you really want to really actually, whatever on the sake of the people, would you really want to actually work for somebody that's calling you names and being unprofessional like that, dude? No. But let's go.
And all that was a little bit of noise. So it just feels so familiar.
And he's smiling. He didn't say, did he say what he did back? Did he say what he said back? Nope. Everything's all good according to plan. I'm telling you, this is all fake beef.
And in that respect, I want to continue to respect the office of the presidency, to respect his authority, and to also engage in a constructive dialogue when it comes to issues of emergencies. But again, we had that foundation of a relationship for years during the COVID crisis. And it was a great partnership then, interestingly.
So it sounds like publicly you guys kind of trade barbs and then privately you can joke about it, is what it sounds like.
And it's and it's a joke and it's not. It's frustrating for people. We're sort of chasing headlines. We're tracing tweets and truths. But at the end of the day, what matters to me is what matters. Control what you can control and focus on people and results and getting things done. And that's I think was demonstrably the case yesterday in the meeting.
You previously mentioned the timeline for rebuilding would be 6 to 9 months. Is that going to happen? And should people rebuild in some parts of California, given how high the fire risk is?
You can't rebuild the same. So we have to rebuild with science. We have to build with climate reality in mind. We have to look at infrastructure, redundancy, systems, ingress, egress as it relates to emergency management and planning, materials, all of that is being reviewed and reconsidered, and with the latest iterations in terms of understanding and technology.
He's talking a bunch of nonsense.
And I say technology in the context of how, again, we build the infrastructure to keep it safe, to address.
Look at that shit, bro. God, there's no way. Come on, bro. There was no way a fire did that. I don't know. Let's go.
Grounding of lines, how we address the larger issues of redundancy.
It looked like a ray gun hit that motherfucker, man. Straight up. A bomb or something, dude. They don't look like just a regular fire. You know what I'm saying?
Systems, but more important than anything else is the need to get the debris removed. 30 days to
30 days. They hit you with that number, 30.
Do the hazardous waste. We want to get 6 to 9 months, the rest of the debris done. Concurrently, people are getting permits. So this is all happening, rolling together. And we want to see construction very shortly. And in the next few years, we want to see hundreds, thousands of homes rebuilt.
But I think there's a big question about how do some Californians do that, right? You have State Farm announcing that it has an average 22% interim rate hike for homeowners. The fair insurance plan for the state is just bogged down right now. Your dad, I believe, is on that plan, if I recall. Californians were saying they're not getting the help they need from FAIR. It's really confusing.
Well, FAIR's not a state plan. It's not a taxpayer-funded plan. It's a syndicate pool run by the insurance market itself. And it's the insurer of last resort. And it's existed back to Ronald Reagan in 1968. As it relates to that plan and their exposure, they have reinsurance, a significant amount of reinsurance. We feel strongly at this moment, and again, this changes in real time, that the plan will be able to absorb the losses ultimately. Now, as it relates to the larger issue of the insurance market, not unique to California by any stretch of the imagination, what's happening with insurance, and this is the reality, the new reality of extremes, extreme heat, extreme drought. You have droughts and rain bombs. You have flooding at the same time you're dealing with droughts, all happening concurrently. There's a new reality, the world we're living in. And if you're not believing science, you have to believe your own eyes, your own lived experience. And the reality is the insurance market understands it better than anyone else. The market and Mother Nature's are going to have to change the way we live and do business in the context of how we plan, how we do land use, zoning into the future along the lines of your question. We have to wake up to this reality. We cannot be in denial about what's going on with Mother Nature, again, around the globe, not just
So just to sort of pin you down, what does that mean for the rebuilding in some of these high-risk areas?
Just more sophisticated design and planning. Remember, Altadena, many of those homes were done in the 20s and 30s and 40s for a world that no longer exists from a climate perspective.
Come on, man. Those are fire, dude. Come on, dude. No. All right, man. I'm about to take my butt off here, man. You know what I'm saying? This dude Gavin Newsom straight line. I'm gonna play the last thing though about this golden pager. You know what I'm saying? Golden pager. Hold up. Let's play this real quick. It's fair use. Fair use of Copyright Act 1976. An allowance was made for more on this for commentary and educational purposes. Let's go. Fair use, man.
Meet the tiniest HR team in the world.
What do you think Paylocity does?
Paylocity? I never heard that before.
Is this a commercial?
I think they pay people. I don't know. Pay people money.
What do you think Paylocity sounds like?
That seems like a research of scientists.
Hold up.
Velocity and pay
What's
combined.
his name at?
Paylocity.
Paylocity is the future of HCM simplified.
Sorry about that. What's the volume at? Oh, what the hell? Okay. All right, I guess there's no volume to this. So he gives Trump a golden pager. This is just some bullshit, bro. They motherfucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Golden pager. All right. Let me see what Dr. Shiva talking about. Let me play like a couple minutes here, man. I'm gonna get off here.
Meeting.
So let me get like 5 minutes.
Online in our Zoom. And if you guys want to go to the town hall, you can go to bashiva.com/orientation, which we do every Thursday. So I'm going to be going over to the town hall to join people, and you guys can listen in. Obviously, if you had signed up for this town hall, you could actually participate. So I'm going to leave right now, Suresh. I'm going to head over there, and I'll see you guys over there. Again, today's conversation is about, have we introduced everyone, Matt, or we're going to do that shortly?
Yes, sir. We have introduced everybody new.
Okay, so welcome to everyone new. It's a pleasure to have you. We do these conversations, as Matt may have shared, every Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. We had a great group of people this morning from Europe and other parts of the world. And then this is really for people in the United States and also people in Asia Pacific. So welcome, everyone. So what's fascinating and unfortunate is everything that I predicted and we shared for the last many years have all come to pass. And if you're on social media, you will see many, many people saying Dr. Shiva was right. As I shared this morning, a few days ago, I was actually feeling bad that I was right, because what you come to realize is that even though you know things, and then when you see what they execute, which is what the science of system says, we knew Trump was going to do everything we predicted. If you remember, I did a book cover. Matt, you can probably find it on my social media post on Twitter. You may want to bring it up. But I did a book cover, which is a fake book cover, which said genocide is how you buy real estate for no money down, brought to you by Jared Kushner, forward by Elon Trump and Kamala Harris. And I don't know if you can find that, Matt. You want to find it? Someone can bring it up. Is there any
right now?
Yeah. So if you go to my Twitter, you'll see it. Someone had brought it up, but it was basically, and I put the authors of that fictitious book as Kamala Harris and Trump. Kamala Harris and Trump being both Zionist hoodlums. And by the way, the term Zionist hoodlum was a term that I think Lynn Redgrave or Vanessa Redgrave used when she accepted the Oscars, I think in 1970, denouncing Israel. It was pretty good. I remember as a child watching this in 1970. You guys can also find that video. It's a talk that Vanessa Redgrave gave. There's two Redgraves. I forget which one. But anyway, so you see Trump within days of getting into office boldly says, oh, you know, Gaza is a demolition site. I don't know if you saw this, right? And then he went on to say, you know, it would make it's beautiful property. And Jared Kushner has been saying for many years that you should actually develop and build oceanfront property on there.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it and you just step back, right when October 7th took place, and by the way, you can click on that cover. If you click on the graphic, it comes up. So I put that together. I love doing quick graphic art. And it says genocide, how to buy real estate with no money down. New York Times #1 bestseller. Special offer 666 for signed copy. Jared Kushner and Bibi Netanyahu. Forward by Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Obviously, no book like that exists, but it is a book that those two guys might as well have written. So when you step back and you think about this, I think it's very, very hard for ordinary people who work hard. Thanks, Matt. You can take it away. To actually understand that these people in power are a species that you can't even bother to attempt to understand. And if you look on social media, etc., you will find the real enemies of working people right now are not the obvious people, and not even the not so obvious people, which we know who they are, because they've all become obvious establishment. But these grifters, these influencers, like Kim Iverson, okay, Greg Reese, Mike Adams, and you can make the list up. Many of them will put me on their show just so they can check off the box saying, oh yeah, we had Dr. Shiva on, we're good guys.
Right.
Okay, that's the tactic that they do. So I refuse to go on any of their shows anymore, because what they're doing is manipulating people. And if you look at these people and you go look at their feeds, they're always ambivalent on Robert F. Kennedy and Trump, always hedging their bets because they want their views and clicks. Mike Adams does this, in a gross way. He'll put me on a show and the next day he'll say, well, Trump is great. He did this. Oh, Trump is great. He did that. Totally misleading people.
Right.
So it's the ambivalent copium. Intentionally, they do this because they don't want people to build bottoms-up movements. Mike Adams recently started saying, yes, decentralization is a way, stealing our stuff. But he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. So these people, in an intentional and deliberate way, know that we are the real movement, and they steal our content, but have no intention of giving people an actual solution.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have the next set of people who defend them, these grifters. So you have to come to the conclusion they're one of three things, and you can write this down. They're either dumb, really fucking dumb. They're star fuckers, which means they want to be in the orbit of these people. Or the third is they're CIA or Mossad.
Fact.
The social media world is now filled with 99% of those people are paid influencers.
That's what I be saying.
Paid.
Me and BJ was telling you about that, right?
So those are the three sets of people.
It's easier to do it on the right than in the left. It's easier to do it on the right. It's easier to do it on the right. People don't, because you notice people don't really call the right out, the conservative ones out like they do the left. A lot of people are not going to they're quick to question the Democrat or the liberal, but they're not quick to question the Republican or conservative. I'm telling y'all right now, that's a fact. So I don't know. You know, I'm gonna play a couple more minutes and I'm out.
People we have now. So I did a tweet to this effect and a post yesterday, and a bunch of these spineless, we used to call them spineless liberals. That's what they still are. They come out and they said, well, you know, Bobby helped save the environment. Children's Health Fund did this. Trump did this. And first of all, they're telling lies. Children's Health Defense Fund has done nothing to help people. Booby fucking Kennedy promoted lockdowns. He believes in full vaccination of all Americans. So they're just making up shit. They're just rewriting history. So it's very, very important that all of you learn how to courageously articulate and go after these guys like bulldogs.
Right.
It's very important you do that. And it takes a certain level of consciousness and understanding to do that, and why you have to do that. Because suffering continues not because of the obvious criminals, of the obvious exploiters. It occurs because of the disturbance of the highly not so obvious people. So you may want to write that down. And many of these people, I've come to the conclusion, are either very fucking stupid, and you have to call them fucking stupid after a while. You can't waste your time. You should just say you are fucking dumb. And the reason you need to say this is not for the interaction between you and them, but for all the other people who observe an opposition force to their stupidity. You see? Most of my interactions with people, I don't really care for these idiots, but I do it because there's 100,000 other people watching this interaction. And it's an opportunity to educate people. That is what our movement's about. This is not personal. It's about education. The Godfather, we may say it's you know, it's not personal. It's business. To me, it's education. Okay, it's not personal. It's education, and that's why we have to see these opportunities. So these grifters out there, Kim Iverson, a complete fucking whore. She came from that Hollywood environment. You know, put me on after everyone harassed her to put me on. Says she's against Zionism, and the next day she's saying, well, Booby Kennedy said some good things. When he openly said that, the Palestinians are the most pampered people on the planet. You see, so what game are these people playing? I'll tell you what game they're playing. They're planning to still keep their orbit of connections with these people. What many of you may not know is when they get off social media, they go to dinners, they go to parties. If you've been in LA, they hang out in their circles, they go to specific restaurants, and they hug and kissy-poo these people. They want to be in their orbit. So they will never hit them very hard because they will be thrown out of that orbit, or they need them for some networking.
That's true.
And that is never revealed in the way they behave to act like they're anti-establishment or steal our content. So this is a profound understanding that all of you need to learn very quickly. But the action you need to take is to understand the politics and expose the fuck out of these people. And if they keep acting like to give you excuses, you must say you're either fucking dumb or you're a star fucker or you're CIA or Mossad. Okay? The Democratic Party historically and the Republican Party played people both ways in this same model of manipulating people. You see, all of before social media, you just had the Democrats and Republicans and some quote unquote independents. And their entire goal using the medium of TV was to entertain you, so you never built bottoms up movements. But now it has moved, it has atomized not only to the Democrats and Republicans, but to these grifters and influencers who serve one wing of the establishment.
Right.
So
exactly. I'm telling you, these influencers get paid by I'm telling you, they're getting paid by the establishment. I'm telling you, they're not really and they notice they only push. Well, this is how you know something is up. I'm telling you, when you see somebody and they're not an independent, that's automatically red flag. They're either Democrat or Republican, automatically a commentator, that's automatically a red flag. If they're biased, automatically a red flag. If they only go one side, automatically a red flag. If they don't, only critique one side, automatically a red flag. Critique both the motherfuckers, man. I'll play a couple more minutes, I'm out.
If you go back and you really study the dialectic that was created, it was really a dialectic of tactics. So the Republican Party positioned itself as a party of open warmongering, racism, hatred of, foreigners, right? Jingoish, chauvinists. The Democratic Party positioned itself as a party of quote unquote working people, the liberals, and so on, right? Anti-war. But when you really look at it very clearly in a very attitude of truthfulness, it's just tactics. They are both, like I mentioned, they both hang out at the same parties. They both work together, but it was tactics. The Republicans historically took hard power. They would just say, we're just going to go fucking bomb Vietnam. Barry Goldwater. The Democrats said, no, we shouldn't bomb Vietnam. Let's put a dictator in there. Let's send them some aid, like the Peace Corps or USAID. By the way, who started the Peace Corps and USAID? Anyone? Put it in the chat. John Kennedy, the so-called guy who was fighting the CIA against the establishment. Bullshit. John Kennedy was the biggest fucking imperialist you can ever imagine. So anything you've learned about John Kennedy, that he was fighting the CIA and anti-establishment, is just utter nonsense. If you really study the history, you'll realize how bamboozled you've been. John Kennedy tried to invade Cuba. He's the one who, with Kissinger, created the entire domino theory that we must protect the Western Hemisphere and install dictators all over Latin America. Now, he used the CIA through hard power to overthrow a revolutionary government in Cuba. And it was a massive disaster. He fucked up big time. And remember, Kennedy was one of the biggest foolhardy individuals you ever met as a person. So he fucked up. And because the CIA screwed up, he essentially had hatred towards that existing CIA administration. But he never disliked the CIA. He just was upset they didn't do it the right way, like they failed. So the Peace Corps and USAID were his new version of CIA. The Peace Corps, as many people tell you, comes out there and say, oh yeah, we in America are going to help you, but they're all CIA.
Right.
Okay, very closely aligned with the CIA. They go into countries, act like they're helping people, but they, on the back end, it's a front for the CIA. USAID, which was an aid organization, was about soft power. You see, and this was called an innovation by Kennedy, that they would exercise US imperialism, not with just bombing the shit out of people, but with soft power, manipulating governments, all back end stuff. You see? Right. Supporting dictators, supporting coups, overthrowing people. And that was the tactic of the Democratic Party. The Republicans, their tactic was, let's just go bomb them. Let's just go kill them. Let's just get Pinochet in there, right? Let's just execute them overnight, right? It was really tactical. It was in some ways much more efficient imperialism, you see? And so any differences the Democrats and Republicans had were on one of tactics. Like the swarm, the birds, one wants to go this way, the other one wants to go that way, but ultimately they all go in the same direction. So it was basically tactics. So USAID, which quote unquote Musk is dismantling, the only reason he quote unquote supposedly wants to dismantle it is because he views it as inefficient. Why do you need USAID anymore? We just take over Gaza. We just send US troops there.
Right.
We just go bomb Iran. We just go bomb Somalia.
That's right. That's what he's talking about. He's right. That's exactly how they get down. They're straight up like, let's just bomb them. No,
Oh yeah, we do. We just go direct because you know why? There is no reason for any tactical differences because the Democratic Party is completely imploded. Does this make sense? So it's like the swarm of birds they don't even have any internal competition anymore. It's just one leader doing whatever it wants. Okay. So this is something you must understand. And so the Democratic Party right now is flailing because by design, they were meant to implode, and they were meant to take the Democratic wing, the left elements of the working class, and demoralize them. And that's what they did. A lot of people on the left, working people who were misled by the Democrats, are completely demoralized now, totally demoralized. And on the right, the MAGA-tards, the right wing of the working class, and that's what remember, the goal of the establishment, the swarm, is to split working people. Have you ever noticed these elections like 52, 51? 50, I mean, this is nonsense. They just actively split the working class. So they have one wing of the working class demoralized and the other wing with hopium, thinking Trump's going to deliver for them. And the first thing Trump did, first day, the instant he got into office, he put Larry Ellison on, saying, I'm going to deliver you more mRNA vaccines. And then the next day, basically yesterday, he said that U.S. troops are going to take over Gaza. And the first foreign, quote unquote, leader that he invited to the White House was who? Netanyahu. Okay.
Yep.
And he held the chair for him as he sat down, like his butler, if you saw it.
Damn.
Okay. So you have to recognize that these people, everything they do has been done on a project plan. If any one of you have managed very complex projects, Trump ain't managing this. This has all been very well orchestrated. In the recent year, since October 7th to today, a decision was made we must just brutally take over and get rid of these mongrel Palestinians. We don't need them. That was their view, a racist model. So they made a call to Hamas. Hamas was funded by Israel since 1980s. Hamas was asked to do this quote unquote attack. And the next step was the pretext, not just for a couple of bombs, but completely demolishing it. It's a demolition site.
Yeah, that was a demolition site. Plus, I will say, I just said, didn't I say earlier that happened on Netanyahu's birthday, October 7th? Come on, pay attention.
I have friends of mine who are in construction, a friend of mine who does demolition, of buildings before you build a new building. If you look at Gaza, it sure looks like a demolition site ready for new development. So Trump, the third day he's in office, he goes, wow, it's a demolition site. We should develop it. Beautiful land right on the ocean side.
Damn.
So when you really put all this together, you come to a very, 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 very rude awakening. These people operate on a level of inhumanity that you have no idea of. And that's why I'm so harsh with these fucking grifters, because they're either dumb or they're starfuckers or they're CIA and Mossad. Because what they're doing by rationalizing these people and the supporters of these people is once again misleading people and debilitating people so they don't join our movement. That's their job. So I encourage all of you to take 20 minutes a day to go online, find these people and hit them very hard and invite them to our orientation. That's an action step all of you can do.
Okay.
And you have to do that.
Breaking it down.
And if you're not ready to do that, then start with watching Shatter the Swarm with Matt Played. And watch it not once, not twice, but 20, 30 times. Then go to Get Off the Plantation. Take advantage of those videos that we put together. They are very powerful educational videos. Become a Truth, Freedom, Health warrior and go through that course, not once, not twice. Teach it also. And then if you want to become a Truth, Freedom, Health leader. So we have set up an actual revolutionary leadership curriculum. Revolutionary leadership in many ways is a double entendre there. But it's for you. And you cannot find this kind of education anywhere else on the planet. So if you made it this far, be dignified, honor yourself, and study this. And don't be a bad student by being cursory. go through it. So on Thursdays, I will go deep into a topic as I'm doing now. Our video team, all volunteers, will make little clips of it so you can then share it with other people to invite them to the next orientation. But during this process, you'll also be connected with community. We're building community globally, but control. Okay? So, and everything they do is deception, and it's very well orchestrated. Trump over here, like a magician, was talking about Greenland, Canada, and everyone knows, yeah, let's make Canada the 51st state. Yeah, Greenland. And what did he do? Gaza. That was a real thing. You see, this was all like a sleight of hand.
Right.
And everything you see they do is very well positioned. They have a project plan. Let Elon talk about some shit over there, and over here they're doing something else.
Right.
And you have to get street smart to this. And you have to watch this stuff, and you have to learn. And our movement is encouraging that.
All right, so shout out to Dr. Shiva. I'm gonna play the rest of it tomorrow, man, or another time when I get on here. Let me play like a couple minutes of Zach Hubbard, man, and I'm out. Zach Hubbard, real quick, man. Demonstrator effect, and I'm out. I'm about to get off here. All right. Talking about this earthquake that just hit it.
With 55 numerology. You get that by adding 2 plus 8 plus 20 plus 25. And on this day, a 7.6 magnitude earthquake in the Caribbean. Notice, in Gematria, Caribbean, in the most simple cipher, ABC is 1, 2.
76, 67 in reverse. At 76, 67 in reverse. Wasn't there 67 victims of that plane crash in DC? Oh, 67. Let's go.
3 equates to 55. And of course, we see this number a good deal with earthquakes. Earthquake also equates to 55. If you're new here, these are the 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and the reverse alphabetic order with numerology. That last cipher is where earthquake is 55. And notice in that same cipher, military is 55. Military also 55. We see this one a lot in suspicious earthquakes. And again, you learn this little ABC 1, 2, 3 code. It goes back to what Jesse Ventura said a long time ago on his show Conspiracy Theory. He said, not all earthquakes are Mother Nature. He said when he was a Navy SEAL, they spent a lot of time diving into the ocean, planting bombs. And he said sometimes those earthquakes you feel are bombs being detonated. And it's very obvious that they're done in numeric ritual with the same recurring patterns, because we've talked about 55 so many times.
Yeah.
An earthquake with a magnitude of 7.6 occurred on Saturday. That's February 8th, 2025 in the Caribbean Sea, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, sparking a tsunami warning. The tremor hit 129 miles southwest of Georgetown, Cayman Islands, at 6:23 p.m. Eastern Time, the USGS reported. The U.S. National Tsunami Warning Center, NWTC, initially said there was a tsunami threat to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Residents in those places were advised to move out of the water, off the beach, and away from harbors, marinas, bays, and inlets, and not go ashore to observe the tsunami. The center later canceled the warning for Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, but said warnings were still in place for Cuba, where tsunami waves of between 1 and 3 meters above tide level are possible, and Honduras and the Cayman Islands, where waves of 30 centimeters to 1 meter above tide level are possible. These waves are expected to be between 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So right now it's 9:08 Eastern Time, so still nearly an hour and a half of potential threat. And in light of the mention of Georgetown, of course, that should trigger the mind for the nation's first Jesuit university. Remember, the leader of the Jesuits, Arturo Sosa, He is 76 years old right now, a lot like that 7.6 magnitude quake. All right. I think that is all for now. Again, I'm doing a quick decode off the cuff here. There's probably more to it. If you have any other meaningful observations, please leave a comment. But yeah, that 55 pattern shows up a lot. And I suppose one more thing I could point out is you see how military's 107, 44, and 55? Again, earthquake is identical in all three ciphers. 107, 44, 55. And Saturday also has that 107 connection.
Man, salute, man. Zach Hubbard, y'all check out his channel, you know what I'm saying? So I'm about to get my butt off here, man, you know what I'm saying? So good looking out for tapping in with me, man, you know what I'm saying? Doc Ball, Shannon, you know what I mean? Good looking out for stopping by. Shaq, good looking out for coming on, you know what I'm saying? I could check Shaq at Shaq Waller, you know what I'm saying? On, I think, on Facebook and Instagram now, and also YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Check out the channel, check them out when we go live. You know what I'm saying? I'll be going live with them, man. We talking about some good stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Till then, man, salute. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm gonna make another video, shit, not tomorrow, man, Monday, man. So other than that, salute. I'm gonna holler back. All right, one.